Hello, chat. What's up? I decided not to walk on today, but I just wanted to be here. Is that what's his name from Space Ghost? Yeah, so I can show you the background a little more. Oh, fuck. I forgot that's what I changed this to. Here, hold on. Okay, now you can hear me. Okay. So, yeah, no, we got a lot of shit in the background here. Yeah, this is a prototype scene, so it's like why it doesn't look correct. But this was going to be one angle, and then when I sat down, there was going to be like an additional angle. Oh shit, this is loud. Hold on. But I started to just like prefer the sit down angle, so we don't really do this one too much, but I think I'm going to use this for like YouTube videos and stuff, you know. And also you get to see this on the main offline screen, so it's like what we start from. Each stream is kind of like a loop, you know, where like it starts on the offline screen and it ends on the offline screen. All right, I think we're good. I think we're cooking with gas. Hello, how's it going, Herbie? How's it going, everybody? Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I back in March, you know, just like took a different approach to the stream, and like I set my room up as a green screen room, and then from the I had like all these ideas in mind of like what we were gonna do with that, but it's gonna be, you know, slowly rolled out, and we'll just kind of add to them. I think we'll see some new ideas or like some new ways to use this coming up when I start to make like exclusive YouTube videos. I have like ideas for scripts that I want to write out. I want to define chuds. I've been talking about it for a while, but it's a project of mine because I feel like I use the word chuds so much that I need to explain it for people. You know what I mean? Like I need to tell people what it is. So I have like a exclamation mark chud in chat, and I'm going to take that definition, and I'm thinking about just like making a YouTube video out of that. So I have like a whole set that I want to use for it, and you can see like the Chud Zone poster right here. So I want to use the Chud Zone for that one. Yeah, that's the basic definition for me right there. A lot of people use it to describe a specific political position, but I use the term apolitically. But it, to me, describes the types of people that we look at on stream. You know, it describes the types of channels who like purport to have these claims to knowledge and forms of information that we don't otherwise. Hello, Mimi. My cats today are being so stubborn about getting lap time, and I'm committed to like not having hair on my shirt, but it's just not gonna happen. So here's Mimi for now. How you doing, Mimi? It's nice with the new camera you guys actually get to see her, because before it was like such a tight angle you couldn't see her. Oh god, she's clicking shit. She just like almost fucking ate it on my desk right there. Okay. So, hello everybody. We're having a chill day. I am feeling down tempo. Despite the music. The music is really up tempo. I'm feeling really down tempo. So, what we're gonna do, let me just like, what am I looking at? I just like keep thinking cat hair is like appearing all over me, which it will, obviously. But we are gonna just be watching some Jubilee today. Good old Jubilee, dude. We've gone months, I think 2 months, without watching Jubilee. So there's a shitload of content for us, and I don't feel like doing anything else today. I was between this and honestly, Herbie, if you want to do this other thing more, let me know, because it would be just as chill for me. But there's this channel that we looked at in the past that did ghost hunting, and they did it on a they did it with a guy who like was really desperate to prove the existence of ghosts, and he has a channel called Proving Demons, so we could watch that if you want to as well. Yo, what's up, Orc Socks? That's a great name, dude. I don't know why I like that name. I guess I've just never considered whether or not orcs wear socks, you know what I mean? But thank you for that follow, dude. We're just watching some YouTube videos and chilling out today. I was explaining to Herbie and anyone else who's in chat, I don't know if there's any lurkers. I tend not to look at view count because I'm such a small channel that looking at my view count fills me with anxiety. So I don't know who else is out here. But we have a couple options for what we can do. We can either watch Jubilee, which is just like good for conversation, and I think it's pretty fun content in general. or we can watch this channel that I was just describing called Proving Demons, where this dude, hold on, just had to move my cat, where this dude tries to prove demons exist. So we can do one of those two things. I'm down for either. Maybe we just do Jubilee to start with. There's been a shitload of stuff that's come out on Jubilee since the last time we watched it. We last watched it like down around here. I think the last video we watched was the Gen Z one. So they put out all this shit. I don't want to watch all this. I just want to watch a couple things, but we'll watch some of those Spectrum stuff. Yeah, you joined at the right time. If you guys have any particular preference, let me know. I'll pull up Proving Demons, and I'll show you what his channel looks like. This dude, like, here's the thing. When we were watching his shit the first time, oh, now he's bringing out the esoteric stuff. When we were watching his shit the first time, he felt so desperate to prove that they just experienced or saw or, like, were in contact with a ghost. Like, that his energy like made me want to just go see what he does. So this is his main channel. He does a lot of this thing called Randonautica, which is an app where people can go to like random locations in their town. I've never heard of this before, but he does a lot of that content. I assume that it's really big with kids, because whenever I see a channel like this, it's just gotta be geared towards kids, you know, like every single video is Randonautica, and like everything has the trappings of like content made to creep kids out, you know, like kids who can't tell if the content is real or not, you know. So this is Proving Demons, and then I think everybody knows, if you don't know Jubilee, like, is it your first day on the internet? Like, I feel like everybody knows Jubilee by now, you know. Jubilee is where we fucking started. I wanted to like move away from it, but I think on a day like today where I'm not feeling like too active, it's good to just chill out with. Rando is also tied in with people that believe we live in a simulation. Oh, for real, dude? Oh my god. Jubilee? Yes, a channel called Jubilee, where they get together people of all different kinds and have amazing conversations. Where we always learn something new about the world we were born into. I didn't know that about the Randonautica people. That's kind of funny. And it makes sense for this dude if he's literally putting out a video called As Above, So Below. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but that is it's an esoteric phrase that just essentially means that as the heavens are governed, so is the earth, essentially. So it has a lot of ties in with like spirituality and chuds who believe in like crystals and shit. So I can totally see where like the simulation people would be coming from with like the Randonautica stuff. The carpet matches the drapes. Oh, that was great, dude. That was fucking great. That's good. Oh man, I love that. It's so good. It's so good too, because you see that phrase. Like, the problem with things like the occult and esoteric societies, like, they've just been co-opted by just surface level idiots who like don't understand what any of that means. So you'll just see like, you know, like witch girls with like As Above, So Below on their t-shirt, and now I'm just gonna be thinking about that whenever I see it. All right, so, you know, let me know what you guys want to do. You want to do some Jubilee, or do you want to do some Proving Demons, or do you want to start with Jubilee and move to Proving Demons, or do the reverse? You're down for Jubilee? All right, is that what this is? I'm assuming that's what this is, because this was on the screen right now. So we got some fun ones. There's also some more serious-ish ones. We've got Can They Find Pewdiepie? I pulled this up like when it came out because I was like, maybe we'll watch this. We didn't end up watching it, but maybe we could do that. I fucking hate Pewdiepie, but we could do that. Let's find out about our generation. The Gen Z one we already did. That's like, I think it's my first VOD up on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, I think it's there. If not, let me know and I can upload it. But it was hilarious. It basically taught us that everyone is too afraid to have an opinion, and they're gonna move over to wherever the person who feels the strongest lies, I got lost in my phrase there. Wherever the person who holds the strongest opinion stood, that's where everybody else would eventually move to. Yeah, I mean, he just has served as a vector. Like, I don't know how much he's doing this now, okay? But he has, in the past, served as a vector for crypto fascism. And, like, he's never really been apologetic about it. Like, he's never just been like, hey, I disavow Nazis, dude. Like, don't be a Nazi. He's always just kind of been like, yeah, there's a lot of people in my fan base, so like of course there's gonna be some lunatics. And like anytime he's been like held to account for the jokes or the things that he's done or the things that he's like signaled for, he always like doubles down in a weird way, as though it's like, oh, it's just jokes. But it's like, when people are shooting up mosques in your name, my guy, like you should probably disavow that kind of shit, as opposed to just saying, hey, there's some weirdos in everyone's community, right? Like, so I don't know, PewDiePie, it's like he fucked up too many times for me. Like, he had a lot of moments where, and I'm not even talking about the N-word thing, I'm not like, we're not even bringing that in, but it's like after that, when he's like had the opportunity to know better and like make present himself better, he hasn't. I don't know what he's been doing in the last 2 years though, so he might have completely turned that around. He might be doing something like way more wholesome now, you know? You don't know enough about the controversy. It's just essentially like he would serve as a vector on the alt-right pipeline, you know? Like, he would be like the first avenue towards people pre-Gamergate like holding like really extremist views. He would like be the first person to like push those people towards radicalization, right? And it would just be through the sense of humor and through the personality and the sort of like ironic, cynical way that he would present things. And I don't think that he is that, by the way. I don't think he is aligned with the alt-right or is aligned with like fascists in any way. I think he's just an idiot, but he's like not done the right thing so many times. It's like, okay, I don't want to waste my time. I saw him posting videos this last year and I was surprised by how much I supported the current message. But again, I don't, yeah, like that's the thing. I'm willing to, everyone grows, right? And he started off as, I mean, we all grew up on the internet. Well, if you're on Twitch, I think you did, right? Like if you're on Twitch, I feel like there's probably a good chance that you've spent a lot of time in your life on the internet. And you know that like views that you've held and advocated for like a year ago, like you learn better about, right? So like there's always, in my mind, I'm always like, people are subject to change for sure. So if I watch a video now and I'm like, you know what, PewDiePie seems kind of like, you know, completely opposite of what I perceived him as, then hell yeah. Asmongold changed my mind in that way on him, because Asmongold used to be like very like quote unquote anti-SJW, you know, like the Sargon people and stuff like that. But he like through his own questioning of his like values and beliefs, he's arrived at a pretty good system, and like I think that he's grown a lot. So like I don't look at Asmon or Trainwrecks the same way I do today, or Mizkif or Soda Pop in the same way I do today as I would have years ago, you know, or 2 years ago even, especially Soda Pop and XQC. Like those are people who like within a very short amount of time, you see a lot of growth within, you know, especially X. Like just got to put that out there. Dude's like grown a fuckload, which is pretty cool. Anyways, let's start. I mean, we could start with that one. I don't mind starting with the PewDiePie one. It's relevant to the conversation. All right, thank you, Pache Studio Set. All right, I'll keep proving demons up. Maybe we'll do some proving demons later on, but for now, let's do 6 bros. Is he actually still calling his audience bros? Like, for real? I thought that was like back 2013, 14, you know? All right, 6 bros versus 1 secret PewDiePie. This is hilarious, dude. Like, already, man. This kid, you know what's funny? This dude up here looks like he could be about 23, but based on the premise of the video, you know he's 12. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, all these people, 12 years old. No matter what.
Ranking men by attractiveness. We saw the girl version, now it's time for the boys. Yeah.
Dear PewDiePie.
All right, let's skip the intro. 6 bros.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. Wait, did they just try to like talk to him in a video?
All right, let's skip the intro. Version. Now it's time for the boys. Yeah.
What? I'm so confused as to what's happening right now. Did they make a video that like directly spoke to him?
Dear Pewdiepie.
Dear Beauty
All
Pie.
right, let's skip the intro. 6 bros versus 1 secret Pewdiepie. Okay, that's kind of fun.
We reached out to Pewdiepie,
Okay.
and this is
You know what's nice? You know what's nice to know about this is that like Jubilee's okay with us reacting to it. Nice. I was always kind of concerned about that, you know?
We brought together 6 Pewdiepie fans, also known as bros.
I'm a bro.
I am 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 a bro.
And 1 secret Pewdiepie.
I am Pewdiepie.
Does he still do that? Does he? There's no fucking way. He doesn't do that. I haven't heard him do that in years, man.
The group discovers who Pewdiepie is, they'll win a cash prize. If Pewdiepie survives,
Is he narrating or did they just hire somebody who's like an ESL Andy from Sweden to do the narration so it sounds as close to him as possible? This is not their normal narrator. Listen.
discovers who Pewdiepie is, they'll win a cash prize.
Whoever discovers who a PewDiePie is, that's not their normal narrator.
Discovers who Pewdiepie is, they'll win a cash prize.
They'll win a cash prize.
If Pewdiepie survives, he wins the cash prize. With cameras
I know, I agree with that, Orc Socks. I'm like low-key hoping that would happen. And I want to see that kid with the curly hair, like his reaction if he votes PewDiePie out, you know?
and mics off, can the bros vote out the real Pewdiepie?
Is that him narrating? Ken DeBroge? Like, is that him? Or, like, am I just hearing things?
This is Odd Man Out.
I don't have a plan. I'm screwed.
My game plan is to just honestly look for what the most stereotypical PewDiePie.
You look at this kid and you're like, yeah, this kid is obviously 12 years old. And you look at other people, but it's like, they're probably the same age. He's just the one who presents it the best.
Fan would be.
Okay, my fake name is Alex. I'm 24. I am from Croydon in UK. I watched PewDiePie since I was 16. I watch his Amnesia Let's Plays. That's usually what I hear people say.
Yo, I so forgot that he did Let's Plays. That's nuts. Actually, though, now I remember it because the first thing I saw from him ever was the Goat Simulator. I think before that I had seen the South Park episode where like they made fun of him or whatever, and like I knew who he was. The first time I watched his content was when he did Goat Simulator. So I totally forgot he did video games though. Like I feel like meme review and like that content has been like such a mainstay of his channel for so long that like I almost just forgot about it.
Or they send me a message. They're like, I watch you since I was blah blah blah, and I Amnesia.
I honestly think Pewds might get voted out of the first round. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna get PewDiePie out. Like, let's be honest here.
I know he's a bad liar. Maybe that clip will.
I wonder, is it like, for me, I feel like I would feel some kind of shame being on this show. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the stuff I do online, I like don't want to make it a part of my like real life persona, you know, just because I don't want normies to have to like worry about me, you know, and worry about my mentality. Like whenever you hear a normie react to like either a meme that you know or like a channel, you know, like they always react with like concern. They're like, that's what you watch? Like, why? It's like, I just try to like distance myself as much as possible. I'm amazed that these people, like, I guess like it's such an accepted thing now that like, why not just be upfront and be like, yeah, I watch PewDiePie, dude. I do it with my students. I just don't do it with like people on the street. You know what I mean?
Be used against me.
The wolves will need to work as a team if they're to make a kill.
It's like a weird game of Among Us. We'll see how this goes.
Oi, oi, oi. There we go. Okay.
Dude, okay. You're lying if you didn't get freaked out right there because you heard the Discord sounds. I legit thought something was popping the fuck off. I was so scared for a second right there. Fuck that shit. Why did they do that? Some people do that too with like the Discord call sound, and it freaks me out. Like when they play the Discord call sound because I think someone's fucking calling me.
Hey. Yo, greetings everyone. Hey guys,
They're not even using. Is this Discord? Why does it look like this? Does Discord mobile look like this? Because I've never used the mobile app. If so,
The only thing Alex has said so far, I was a little suspicious of.
This is crazy. One of these 6 people is PewDiePie.
Okay, where's the gun emoji? That's not vegan.
Y'all rude.
I meant to say from. That's so dumb.
Y'all rude.
If you're PewDiePie, name every video he made.
If you're PewDiePie, name every video.
this is exactly how I would expect this conversation to go. They're all just trying to fucking meme like it's like a YouTube comment section. Like they are not trying to figure things out, except this dude. KP is like the only person who's committed to this here. He's like, oh yeah, I mean, he's so sweaty in this, man. Like everyone else is just chilling. I guess Nikki sent something along.
Yo, he's made.
We got the States, India, we got Vegas.
I'm from London. I'm in Jackson.
None of this, whenever we watch these Jubilee things, I'm like, why is this the question? Like, it's not going to help you learn about whether or not somebody is actually PewDiePie. Like, what if you just said, like, you're exactly where he is? Like, are they then supposed to be like, oh, I guess you're PewDiePie, dude?
Alex says he's from London.
London. Alex is looking suspicious.
I'm sus of Timmy, by the way, because
Why? Because he's from a major city? Because he wasn't specific enough? He should have just said, like, a part of London. Like, what the hell? He should have just said, like, I don't know. I guess you couldn't. I only know, like, really rich parts of London. Like, what am I thinking of right now? There's, like, I hate when, like, there's something on the tip of my tongue, but I can't get there. Hastings. Like, something like that. Or it's, like, in London. I think that's in London. Okay, whatever.
Pewt is always like little Timmy whenever.
No!
It's true. He does.
Come on, little Timmy. Was that your name?
True, that is his go-to. He's not very creative. Is that too much of a giveaway?
Alex, because this is gonna be so mean. He looks like fat PewDiePie.
He actually sent that? Oh my god. Who sent this? Brendan? Good point, but I'm thinking Alex because he looks like fat PewDiePie. Dude. What if somebody was like, I'm not suspicious of Timmy because he's black? Like, this, just have the conversation like through a different vector, man. That is hilarious, dude. Heart rates of all these. You're so right. I'm not even thinking about that. You're so right. There'll be times when I'm in like, I don't know, like I'm in like Hassan's stream or something and I send a point and he'll like pick up on it or some shit and I'll be like, oh no, like is he gonna fucking call me out or something? So yeah, no, I can feel that. You're right. I can't like, I wasn't considering that before because normally with the Jubilee things it's so low stakes, you know?
Good point, but I'm thinking
this is like the moment of their fucking lifetimes, dude. You know, each of them has like a side channel that they have too, where they like were their dream one day was to like collaborate with PewDiePie. So like secretly their dream is coming true right now. Like look at the LEDs behind Tyler. Like the dude is definitely probably streaming at some points. He's also got a pop filter on his mic. Yeah, no, like I think unironically for some of these people, this actually is. Look at Nikki right now, dude. She's trying so fucking hard, man. She's like looking into like the depths of the matrix right now to figure out these messages, dude.
That's because he looks like fat.
Like fat PewDiePie.
Brendan going at Alex, jeez.
Alex!
Yeah, like exactly. Why would you say that to somebody? Rip Alex. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, getting smoke for no reason. Exactly, dude. That's so fucked, man.
He's got a point.
London boy is sus.
I'll happily be fat PewDiePie. Okay, they're not dead on. Help.
All right, I don't know what the rules are, right? Because normally in Jubilee, it's like you vote off who you think is the fake, right? But the game continues. So if they vote PewDiePie off in the first round, do they just like go on with the game and there's no more PewDiePie in the video until the end where he's like, it was me, bros. I was Alex, you know? I thought you're not trying to be PewDiePie. Yeah, exactly.
Let me get over.
I maybe they are just trying to guess him, and as soon as they get him, they'll be like, you got the PewDiePie. You know, it's like whack-a-mole.
A breakup in 2017. Aw, Brendan.
Okay, I trust Brendan.
That's so nice. Whatever.
Brendan looks like Will Neff to me, dude. I watch way too much fucking Hassan and his people. This dude looks like Will Neff to me straight up. That was a good impression. I can do the old school, like, sup bros, it's PewDiePie. Like, I can do like basically that, you know? Like, that was terrible, but I can get there if I really want to try, you know? But we're not gonna try that right now.
Respond to that.
Brendan
Hello, Skelly. Also, hello Skelly.
seems legit to me.
So cool.
I'm no bro. I think I watched PewDiePie for a little bit in like 2017 whenever he started doing meme reviews. Like whenever he started doing meme reviews, whenever Uganda Knuckles was a meme. I watched a little bit of PewDiePie then.
No, what? Right.
How do you do, fellow kids?
I don't know if it's Timmy, because, like, I don't think PewDiePie...
I hate it. Is it bugging anybody? You guys didn't give me feedback on this, but is the Discord sound bugging you out? Because for me, it really, like, I can't. I know my Discord's, like, muted right now. I'm still just, like, subconsciously bugging out about this.
Stand, Brendan.
I'm 90% sure it's Alex.
Hey, Brofist in the chat.
I'll give you Brofist, Alex, as I vote you out.
Brofist, let's go.
Is that a brofist? Please keep that shit the fuck away from me. God damn, that shit looks like something I do not want to pound.
How to do all that. Oh my god, I'm a little bit nervous now. I don't know, like, everyone seems legit.
Yeah, yes, I was just gonna say, spamming emotes makes you seem like you are just a PewDiePie fan, right? Like, this is like every Twitch chat. Is it in the video? Yeah, the Discord sounds, yes. It's not my Discord. It's annoying. It does kind of look like it's jerking off. Yeah, it's too much. It like just feels like something really urgent is going on. Like like the last time I heard this many Discord notifications was like January 6th in my Discord when we were all talking about the riots and shit.
It's so weird being in a Jubilee.
Like, I get triggered when I hear that many Discord notifications. I'm like, is there like a world event happening right now?
Yeah, they always seems like they had so much time. It went by like that.
When I called Alex out, I called him Fat PewDiePie, which, Alex, if you're not PewDiePie, I'm so sorry.
The last thing...
Okay, I gotta be real. Since this dude's shitting on people's appearance, I'm gonna shit on his appearance. Like, what an unfortunate place to go gray. Like, right, like, just off-center. Like, it just looks like his nostril is blowing out bleach, and it just, like, peroxided this part of his mustache. It's like 23. Like, that's gonna be there for life, man. It's kind of sad.
Which, Alex, if you're not PewDiePie, I'm so sorry.
The last thing KP said was Cassidy's sus to me. So
doesn't PewDiePie look like that now? Is he bigger now? Nah, dude, he's jacked. He's like the prototypical Chad. Like, he literally, like, I was talking about the place that he serves as like part of like the crypto fascist, like alt-right pipeline. But he literally looks like every Nazi's wet dream of like what man is, you know, maybe a little scrawnier, but like that's like spits that image so cleanly, you know. Have you ever? We'll look him up really quick. I think he got jacked like over the last year. Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Like, this is the transformation. Look at this shit, dude. Like, he looks like the Giga Chad meme, you know? Like, he literally looks like the dude in the Virgin Walk versus Chad memes. You know that template? It literally looks just like that, dude. I just dehumanized him.
Cassidy, you're out.
I think I'll vote for Cassidy because that's the only inkling of suspicion I really have.
I am gonna vote off Nikki because I had a bad feeling about her.
Why? Okay, quick question. Why are they labeling who's a bro? I think we know what's going on here. Like, what the fuck?
Right off the start.
Right now, I'm kind of suspicious of Alex, honestly. The LMAO and him saying, yo.
I'm gonna vote Alex.
I'm gonna vote off.
What the What is wrong with Zoomers? The LMAO and saying yo? What is that? What are they voting for? Do they think he's not PewDiePie or do they think he's PewDiePie? What are the rules? Let's see. The game plan. Let's before we'll go back because they're clearly gonna vote him out. Let's listen to the rules again.
And now.
I don't have a plan. I'm screwed.
My game plan is to just honestly look for what the most stereotypical PewDiePie fan would be.
Okay, my fake name.
Wait, what? Oh, dude, I got it. I got it. No, I got it. I got it. They don't know that one of the people is PewDiePie. They think that it's 7 people who are claiming to be PewDiePie fans, and one of them is a non-fan, and they're saying, okay, so I'm going to try to listen for the most stereotypically PewDiePie fan stuff, and that's the stuff I'm going to vote people out on. So they don't even know that he's a part of this. Okay. 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 Okay.
The last thing KP's
Voting Alex.
I don't know.
Him saying, yo.
I'm gonna vote Alex.
That was so confusing. Was anyone else like hyper confused by that? Did they make that clear at any given point? I feel like they could have just said like, these people will think that they're on the show trying to prove how much of a PewDiePie fan they are, but there's a secret PewDiePie on the panel and he's gonna, you know, they're gonna get surprised. You know, like they could have said that. They didn't.
I'm gonna vote off Alex because I think other people are voting Alex.
I don't know why PewDiePie would say that he was from London, because I would immediately like, I don't know. I'm gonna vote for Alex. I'm gonna.
Wait, I don't know why. Wait, no, so they do know? Now I'm equally as confused. Fuck, man. Oh, dude, did they ever explain this to us? Did they? Okay, they must have. Hold on.
Bro.
I am a bro.
I am a bro.
And one secret PewDiePie.
I am PewDiePie.
If the group discovers who PewDiePie is, they'll win a cash prize.
Oh, I was making fun of the accent during this time. So that's why we didn't know. Okay. So if they figure out who PewDiePie is, so they know who PewDiePie, or they know PewDiePie is here. Okay.
I would say that he was from London, because I would immediately like, I don't know. I'm gonna vote for Alex. I'm gonna vote for Alex.
Is Yeet still, how, like, is that felt old as fuck to me? Am I that much of a Zoomer? Like, is that Yeet meme like that current? It felt like really old.
Votes are in for round 1, and the person eliminated this round is Alex.
Oh, God.
So what do they do?
Maybe picking London was too obvious. I should have gone LA or something. Well done, bros. Well done.
Are we for real gonna just watch like 3 more rounds of Zoomers talk about how much they love PewDiePie? Oh my God, we are. And he's just sitting there reacting to it. Live reacts. Okay. Yeet is still around, but it's not as popular. It's nuts. When I heard Yeet last year, people brought it back. I was like, because Yeet, you know what I'm getting it confused with? Yee. Do you guys remember Yee? I'm getting it confused with Yee. Do you guys remember Yee? That's a graveyard meme. If you know DGG at all, you know Yee. Isn't his name Alex? I would have guessed that. No, his name is Felix. The goal is for everybody to act like PewDiePie, but of course everyone's going to suck at acting like PewDiePie. I'm confused. I don't know what our motivation is to watch the rest of this. I'm like stalling right now because I just like, what are we? I don't want to watch Zoomers try to test each other here, but maybe there's something in it. I'll give it a couple minutes, you know, as always, will be kind of fair, but fuck, it just seems like, I'll show you guys Yee and see if you remember it. But when I started hearing Yeet last year, which I already knew what Yeet was, but I got it confused with Yee, which is this. You guys remember this? That's a fucking old ass meme. But yeah, that's why I thought I was like, Yeet is dead, dude. But I guess I'm just confusing it with Yee. Do you guys even know that meme? I feel like I'm dating myself so hardcore on that one. Cause like I feel like that meme is so unknown now, you know? But it's like, all right, okay, good. Okay. All right, I mean, let's see what we got here. Oh my god, I forgot about the Discord notification. Dude, I hate this so much.
I'm just curious how the rest of this is gonna get played out now.
Sex location.
What YouTubers do you watch other than Pewds? There should be none. Cassidy, I'm low-key sus of you. Why didn't they vote on Cassidy then?
Cassidy's 22 female Missouri. No way PewDiePie has any idea what Missouri is.
Tyler likes the Jubilee video.
I like the MC Minecraft series.
My favorite series is 3 Freak.
Wow, this really just like lost. This just it died for me. Like the premise just like really was carrying this one for me. There's just nothing here now. Fuck it. Let's go to the big reveal, dude. You know, this is real bad. All right, the results.
If the color that shows up is green, you all win. If it's red, PewDiePie is still in the game and you all lost.
Like, we just skipped. Oh, I just caught that. That was awesome. We just skipped. How much of the video? 7 minutes of the video. Do you feel like we missed anything? Like, just we didn't have to watch any of that shit. People who wrote the game rules don't understand games. I think in this case, they just like didn't ensure that he would be in for long enough. Like they didn't rig it, which is good, but they didn't rig it, right? So like they had to do it anyways. Like they had to continue. So it is what it is. I bet if they did this again with any other YouTuber, they'd probably try to rig it so that they at least make it past round 2. Like, cause round 3 is only like 5 minutes. You know, you don't have to. They don't always have 3 rounds, but you don't have to have like a long ass game. But they fucked up by not rigging it so that he was on. You know.
Whatever happens, I'm happy I made it to the end.
In 3, 2, 1.
Yo, I agree with that too, Orc Sucks. I think I spared us quite a bit. I think all of us would be in like permanent comas if we had watched the next 2 rounds. So you know, thank me for that one on your own time.
Well done. Yes. Well done.
Okay, now is the point where they start shitting their pants.
Game is over and the bros have won. Now the moment of truth. Let's find out who is PewDiePie. Please turn on your cameras in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's true, Herbie. It would be more interesting.
It's Fat PewDiePie.
Guys, we just watched 6 people reach the emotional pinnacle of their lifetimes. Like, this is a zenith they will never again reach. Like, let's enjoy this moment for them.
Your number from the start. Brendan, why do you do me like that, man?
Yeah, exactly, Herbie. Like, you'd never really get to meet figures you exalt to this level, right? Like, there's very few people who I, like, exalt to this level. But I know that, like, if you grow up watching someone on YouTube and he's, like, your content daddy, like, getting to meet that person probably feels fucking euphoric as shit, dude. Let's not go that far, Skelly. Remember, despite their looks, everybody on camera is 12 years old, okay?
It was the Bitmoji because the LMAO was so stereotypical, and the headphones and the phone.
I didn't make that Bitmoji. Oh my god.
I didn't make that Bitmoji. There's sometimes where his voice sounds like a meme of itself.
That Bitmoji.
I didn't make that Bitmoji.
I can't believe this is happening right now.
Content daddy, you need to TM that. They are, though. He is their content daddy. Like, that they grew up like that. He's their like online daddy, you know?
I genuinely cannot believe this right now.
I like mommy and daddy is like adding those terms onto things. I can't trademark that, unfortunately. That is not my style. That is not, it is my style. It's not coming from
I'm not surprised you guys got it, to be honest. So well done to everyone. Sorry there was a few casualties on the way, but hopefully you had fun as well.
Last question.
Dude, did they get to talk to him for longer, or did they just get to go, holy shit, it's PewDiePie. His pixels are on my screen. And then, like, that's it. Is that all that happened? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is that? Yo, his pixels, dude. His camera's rendering those pixels on my screen. It's like YouTube, but live. And then he's like, all right, bros, that was fun. Had some casualties along the way. Like, what the fuck?
Question for you, PewDiePie. If you were to call out another celebrity or influencer to be part of Odd Man Out, who would it be?
Could they not get, like, a better green screen on?
Another celebrity or influencer to be...
Why couldn't they just have him sit in front of a green? Yo, Jubilee cuts so many corners.
Part of Odd Man Out, who would it be?
Mr. Beast, the one and only.
Ooh. Does he have a personality though? Like, I know he does off camera. I'm not trying to shit on Mr. But like, when I think of PewDiePie, like, there's a very specific personality I think of. When I think of Mr. Beast, I just think of large sums of money or 24-hour challenges or both, right? Like, I can't think of like what his actual personality would be, like, such that like a fan would be able to like pick out like what are the memes of his channel. Like, that's very different from PewDiePie in my opinion.
Big money behind it. I don't know.
PewDiePie.
Hey yo, bro face. Well done, guys.
My life is complete.
You guys were great.
I was trying to.
That is not an understatement from Cassidy there, by the way. She's telling the truth. Yeah, like, what would the Mr. Beast one look like? Like, we've watched enough Mr. Beast on this channel to try to imagine that. I don't know what the tropes of Mr. Beast. You know what I mean?
Not to get emotional this whole time. He is my favorite YouTuber, and he has inspired me so much.
Man, my biggest takeaway from this experience is...
Okay, so he's inspired me. So number one person who's got their own YouTube channel. I wonder if it's just all of them are just streamers and YouTubers.
Just that we have such a great community, you know, the 9-year-olds, the 19-year-olds, whatever you want to call it, the bro army.
To be humble. I think
the 9-year-olds, the 19-year-olds, I'll tell you what, he said whatever you want to call it, I would not want to be part of a community called the 9-year-olds. Maybe we should call ourselves the 12-year-old, you know, because it's like default rule on the internet, everybody's 12, right?
I think that's one of PewDiePie's most shining qualities.
Being a bro means family. Bro fist.
That is so sad. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm sorry. Being a bro, how many subs does he have? He has 120 million in his family. I don't know how many subs he has. I'm just like estimating from the last time that I knew.
Period 7, please include that, editors.
Next week, we're back with the new season of Odd One Out.
Who's a makeup artist off the top of your head that you like?
What? Odd One Out? Oh, they went with a more gender neutral name. I was like, is this a new series?
What you look up to?
Venial. Manny.
Yeah, it's the same show, just gender neutral. All right, that sucked, dude. That was terrible. That was terrible. That was a big... I hated that was the way. All right, let's do something more fun. Okay. So we've got 2 spectrums I want to do. I want to do this one because I am a part of a polyamorous couple, so I want to see what this video is like. So this is probably one of the only, besides any vegan ones that we've, it's probably one of the only that like I have resonant. And there's also, do all asexuals think the same? So we can do that one. Then there's some fun odd ones out. That name does not roll off the tongue. Sorry. Odd one out does not roll. There's an odd person out. But we got 3 of those. Who's not a Harry Potter fan? Sounds, we could check it out. They're not really hitting with this. Who's not a cheerleader sounds horrible. Unless you guys think that'll sound good. I think that sounds horrible though. And then who is not a high schooler, which we can do that one. But yeah, I want to do the spectrums because they'll at least be this one at least is something that I, you know, will have a lot of opinions on. Asexuals, I kind of just want to hear. So yeah, let's poly couples. My answer, as always with these spectrums, obviously no. They ask.
So every morning I wake up, I kiss both of them. We equally fight. When we make up, we equally come and we all start kissing. We like this. That's like that little triad kiss.
There's some people who do polyamory to like prove it to others, in my opinion, and that's the vibe I get from it.
I get jealous when I see my partner with someone else. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, it would be kind of surprising. Like, so I do feel jealous in some instances, but it's more of a reflection upon myself than of my partner, like than of our situation. I wonder if we'll hear that take, because I really doubt that all these people, like, now I'm wondering if I was on this, where I would move, right? Like, would I move to the most optically beneficial position, like the one that like comports to like my own viewpoint the most, or would I go to the honest one, right? It's like, would I just try to like be idealistic with my agreements or disagreements, or would I be realistic with them? Because like, I wonder if any of them are going to talk about that idea. Like, there's no way they've never experienced.
I just didn't do strongly disagree because, I mean, of course, jealousy is a factor in polyamory, but
Yeah, there we
it's
go.
something that we just communicate about. And I
Exactly.
do get jealous occasionally, yes.
I think in other parts of our lives, like work, friend, family, we kind of like suppress that jealousy. You can't really act out on it. So why, when it comes to relationship, you can just go and act out on it and get mad at your partner for it? Or, you know.
That's like, that has nothing. What? We missed a step in this conversation. They went from I get jealous when I see my partner with somebody else to I like yell and get mad at my partner when I get jealous. Like, that's not, no one asked if, is it okay to like yell and get mad at somebody when you feel jealous? Like,
Tell them
different
you can't
question.
talk to this person or that person.
I found through polyamory that
That person was not answering the actual. They were like bringing up their own personal shit that they wanted to say through this.
like thrive.
I love, like, okay, it's a little weird. I will admit, I love it, but it's a little weird. The carrot hair, like, it's kind of cool. It's pretty weird, but it's kind of cool, you know? It's different from everything else, you know? Yeah, communication for... Yeah, so, Rare Flowers, you missed it. Like, the question is, I get jealous when I see my partner with somebody else. First person, they were like, what did they say? They were like, yeah, I get jealous sometimes, but that's just up to communication, right? Second person was like, why is it okay for you to like act out on jealousy, as though that was the question?
Off of love from multiple people. And
All right,
I don't
let's
think
start their answer over.
Or, you know, tell them you can't talk to this person or that person.
I found through polyamory that I like thrive off of love from multiple people, and I don't think I'm somebody to take that away from people I love either. So I feel that it would be wrong for me to feel jealous when it's something that I want. Instead, I replace it with a word even a lot of polyamory people don't know, which is compersion, which is like the opposite of jealousy. We're actually...
What the fuck is this? The word compersion is loosely defined as the opposite of jealousy. Instead of feeling upset or threatened when your partner romantically or sexually interacts with another person, you feel a sense of happiness. Oh, okay.
I feel really happy when I see my significant other with somebody else. Yeah.
So I haven't been in a quad, right, where there have been 4 of us and we were all sort of internally dating one another. But I have had 3 girlfriends.
There are so many. That just makes me think of how many polyamorous configurations there would be out there. Like, that, yeah, that makes sense that you might not ever experience that. That would be nuts, dude. 4 people blind and like romantic. That's like, I can't see that many people in a tight circle having that much in common. You know what I mean? It could make sense if, like, for me, like, the way that like my couple duel is structured, everyone's got their own harem kind of thing, you know? Thinking of jealousy as wrong seems problematic to me. Me too. That's part of the problem for me is like, I was saying this, I don't know if you were here or not, but like, I feel like part of this is like people answering idealistically, like answering how they would want to
at once, and these were parallel relationships. While jealousy isn't like a super huge problem that I deal with, it can emerge from other things other than seeing them with someone else, right?
We've been married for
14?
What? I don't know what these people. What was that point? Yo, this is the same thing with the Gen Z video. I think we've reached a point of cynicism that like we can't come back from. Spectrum one. It's like the conversation doesn't flow. When they do the middle ground, they do a lot of cuts, but at least the conversation flows. When they do this is just people saying random ass shit that like was part of a larger conversation, but they're just like, oh, let's say what your view was. Let's say what your view was. They're coming through on different angles. Like, he's literally just said, I don't know what that configuration is like. And that doesn't really describe whether or not you'd be jealous or not. There's nothing. What are they talking about?
14 years?
14 or so, yeah.
13, 14, yeah, 14 years. Yeah, we've been married 14
We just realized
99% of all talk nowadays is people talking at each other. I would agree with that. I don't know if I agree with 99%, like the quantification, but I do agree that for a large majority of the time, we have a culture of never ask people what they mean. Yeah. Or if you are seen to be in disagreement with somebody, it's like seen as like negative, right? Like being someone who disagrees is like considered to be negative, or like having a disagreement with somebody like becomes a point of contention and seriousness. Yeah. Being agreeable is more. I would say so. I hope to not live my life like that, to be honest. And I don't think that I do in personal relationships. I don't think I do. When I talk with you guys on stream, you guys have corrected me on a lot of things that I might have been short-sighted on, right? But it is something that I think people just want to get through the social interaction rather than be genuine and be me. The most meaning comes from being honest, because otherwise I wouldn't give a shit about what I'm saying, right? Can't tell if it's me or not, but is my mic cutting out occasionally? Well, let me know, chat, if mic is bad. I listened back to the last recording. It sounded good to me. Some cutting. I might be too quiet for my own good. Hold on. Going to lower the shelf on my skate here. Because honestly, if I'm cutting in and out, it just means I'm too quiet for my noise gate. So I should be fine now. I'm kind of like, I'm in one of those moods today where like I'm not really fully enunciating. I'm like doing a little bit of mumbling. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's keep going.
that not one person can fulfill all your needs. Ingrid and I just dated for a minute, honestly. Like, we actually were friends for like a year, and then she realized she was out of my league. And we remained friends since, you know. And
you couldn't handle me.
Nah, it's true.
That's a pretty chill dynamic right there. My first question with jealousy is, what even is jealousy? I think it's all taken for granted that they are all even talking about the same feeling. That's true. That's always how these conversations go, right? They just are like, yeah, I know what that means to feel jealous. Yeah, I agree with that. I can't blame that on anybody. We don't have a language for that usually. I would say with jealousy, I think so. There are certain things that I would take the time to clarify. When we were watching the Jubilee, like, who's more intelligent, like rank people by their intelligence, it felt important to define intelligence, obviously, because like, what are we even ranking people against? But then when it comes to jealousy, I think most people, when it comes to relationships specifically, understand that typically means feeling inadequate when your partner does something that might signal that they feel certain feelings for other people, or that they feel an attachment to other people or something like that, right? I think most people would be like, yeah, that's pretty much what I mean. I don't think there would be a huge deviation on like meaning when it comes to jealousy. So like in that instance, I don't think it's that important, but I think it would be important to be like what I think they're doing that is really dangerous here is like they take that idea of jealousy for granted, that like it is just jealousy, right? And like the conversation that we could have around that could make it feel like, wait, is jealousy just feelings of inadequacy and stuff like that, where like for them, they think of it as like a real thing that they experience with like no subtlety. Like it's just jealousy and it's just jealousy, right? Like, what if you're just overly set? Yeah, exactly. No. We're on the same page because you and I are both saying, and Rare Flowers was saying before too, that like it's probably more complicated than just jealousy if you're feeling that, right? But for most people, in the way that they talk about relationships, they'll just like take for granted that that feeling is like what it appears to be at face value, you know? And like that person who is like, I don't think it's okay to like control somebody, and it's like, yeah, no, it's not okay to control somebody, but that has nothing to do with whether or not I feel jealous in a situation, right? All right, next question. My family approves of my relationship. That would be, I wonder if people don't.
Family
I feel like the only reason somebody wouldn't approve of a polyamorous configuration is because they're Christian, right? Or because they just grew up with super strict heteronormative values.
approves of my relationship. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay,
I want to hear
so
if you disagree.
I'm actually like over here, like on the other side of this line.
That sucks.
Because I come from a traditional Korean Christian home, and me marrying a Puerto Rican was unacceptable. They pretended like he didn't exist, hoping he'd just go away.
Night before the wedding, are you sure?
2 weeks before the wedding,
Will there ever be a time where a previous generation holds more progressive values than the following generation? It's like, it's so insane hearing what some people have to deal with their families, but for them, they're like, yeah, it's normal, it's my family, I know it sucks, but it's like, that's so severe. Like, she's upset, or your family's upset with you marrying a Puerto Rican? Fuck me, dude. Like, holy shit, man. I feel like it would be the heteronormative bit, what you're supposed to be like in society. Polyamory is a joke to a lot of people, or like a phase. Yeah, right. Yeah, the phase bit. I think, depending on the angle, like, there might not be enough secular people to really just like have it completely come from the heteronormative angle. Because I bet a lot of people are theocratic in the way that they run their lives. And so they would say that religion is like the basis for morality, or like the basis for like what they do in their life, right? So like I do agree that like even that would be considered heteronormative, but I don't want to consider Christianity the same as heteronormative, even though a lot of views and values held by Christians are heteronormative. But yeah. Like, how could you not want to get married to one person and have kids in the suburbs? Right. Like, that's ultimately, I think anyone who disagrees is going to think that it's degeneracy to not aspire or strive to reach that end goal of marrying somebody and having a nuclear family where you raise kids, right? I think for most people, they would view somebody who's trying to go for a multiple partner situation as though they would have a degenerate way of being, right? So yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think even if people aren't religious, religion has affected their view probably more than they think. Yeah, for sure. But all I'm trying to say is religion doesn't equal heteronormativity, right? They're two separate things. Like the hegemony is not just religious, right? Unless we were in a purely theocratic like state and secularism is dead, which I hope it's not, you know?
my mom was like, you know, you can still call it off, right? And so it was pretty rough, which is why I'm not actually out to my parents. I don't really talk to them very much. There's no way that I can even approach this subject, you know, which is kind of why I'm here today, because I want to show people, hey, look, we exist, you know, and it's okay.
That's good. Too many people think that they need to like live by their family's values, dude. Like they just like got instilled with this like this indoctrination of like this blood cult. Like you're in our blood cult, so like you need to like value us above others and like keep us in your life. And too many people don't realize that their families aren't actually empathetic in the way that they love when it comes to that shit. Humans behave religiously by design, in your opinion, regardless of what they consciously subscribe to. I'm curious as to what you mean. Yeah. I would say for myself, when I think of like human nature, I think of like our desire to answer questions, right? So I think like the way that our brain works is like made to search for patterns so that we can like ensure our survival. and find answers to questions and to things that arise as quickly as possible, or like the most convenient answer, so that we can like, you know, ensure our survival. So we're used to looking at things like, what does this mean? What does this say? And like feeling like our brains have the capacity to answer those questions. So in that regard, I would say, yeah, I think we're predisposed towards religious thinking. But if you see it in another way, I'm curious. Yeah, and then when you can't find the answer, you find God. Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Religiously, as in you adhere to a worldview and act within those rules, so you don't have to have like a make life-changing decisions every day. Yeah, true. Or like morality doesn't become like, for me, I, you know, because I'm an atheistic agnostic, right? I had to sit back and think like, what kind of person do I want to be? Like, not a lot of people are capable of thinking about that, and not a lot of people are capable of following through on the conclusions that they make from that line of inquiry. Like, that's how I arrived at veganism, right? It was like, I don't want to kill animals to eat them and torture them. Like, fuck that shit. Like, I would not like it if some being that had power over me killed me and ate me. So I'm not going to do that to them if I don't have to. If there's a thing that doesn't experience conscious, subjective experience, I said experience twice, but whatever, then I'm going to eat that instead, right? I don't think a lot of people can follow through on those things. Like, I think a lot of people would be like, oh, dude, yeah, like, I find what happens in CAFO's fucked up, but I'm still going to go eat my hamburgers, you know? Like, that's just how it feels for most people. It's like they'll realize that their moral underpinnings are deeper than they want to admit, you know? And like, they'll, as you say, like, they'll use like a pre-subscribed set of ideals to be like, well, I don't have to be any better than this, right? As long as I follow the 10 commandments, which no one fucking does, but as long as I follow the 10 commandments, well, I'm good, I guess. I can eat meat, right?
Coming out to my mom, it took actually
Summer and Cha-Cha, dude. Yo, I want to know these people. So on their shirt, it says 420 nurses. She's got a lot of side boob going on. I get sex worker vibes. I like want to know, but I don't want to assume too much. But when I see names like Summer and Cha-Cha, they're like very confident fucking people, like very like, I don't know, very sexual presentation, you know? I wonder.
A couple years.
If anyone feels like getting their Google fingers warmed up and Googling Summer and Cha-Cha and seeing if these guys have like, I bet these guys have like an OnlyFans where they just like put their polycule to use, you know? Like they monetize it, right?
And so her reaction was more of a curiosity where she was just asking me questions about it. I think her unconditional love was the acceptance of our polyamory, that now she's able to show it off and talk about it to people that they don't understand, and she's able to like, that's my daughter, you know, so it's pretty awesome.
While they support my lifestyle, I don't necessarily think that they quite understand.
This guy has like, there's like there's like a body language he has that I see on certain people that like, you know, he cultivated it because he wants to persuade people of his point of view a lot. So he kind of talks like this, like look at his hands. He'll keep his hands kind of rested here, and then he'll like bring them up. Like it just looks like he's trying to like persuade us at every turn of what he's saying.
Pretty awesome.
While they support my lifestyle, I don't necessarily think that they quite understand it.
While they support my lifestyle, I don't think they quite understand it. Like he's got this like way of moving that's like just got persuasive body language, you know what I mean?
Have undergone separations or breakups with partners and tried to rely on my family for a little bit of emotional support to help me grieve those losses. Sometimes I'm met with like, well, you got another partner. I don't see what the big...
Yo, also, I just realized the dude is balding. He is one of the only people I've seen pull off balding without shaving his head. Like, he looks fucking good, dude. Like, look at that hairline. You know? You got to, like, remind yourself that the hairline is that high. Like, that's how well he's pulling this off.
Big deal is, right?
I guess the way my mom has always seen it, she's always seen, like, I'm in a relationship where I'm, like, a slave maybe in the background, and these girls are telling me what to do and controlling my life, and taking away all my money. I was really...
You don't know about the balding thing? You don't think he's pulling it off? Is that what you mean? Yo, okay, we got to get second opinions in chat right now. Dude, I think he's pulling this shit off. Are you kidding? He's got like this like preacher drip, you know? He's got like this like religious man drip, you know? And it works out. Like he's pulling off the look. In my opinion, but hey, like I feel like he knows his style, you know what I mean? And it's like, he's got like the crown of thorns on his fucking head, dude. Like, that's nuts. I could be wrong.
What the big deal is, right?
I guess the way my mom has always seen it, she's always seen like
The hand body language helps for sure.
I'm in a relationship where I'm like a slave maybe in the background, and these girls are telling me what to do and controlling my life, and taking away all my money. I was really emotional during our wedding because I didn't expect my mom not to show up to the wedding. I thought she was gonna be in the background just like mad, you know? They've always done a really good job of...
That sucks. Oh, dude, I forgot Rare Flowers. Oh God, Rare Flowers. Holy shit. All right, I'm gonna DM you in our Discord DM so you can give us a real opinion. Holy shit, dude. Dude, I forgot Rare Flowers is like on some shit ass resolution at work. Holy shit. And here. I just sent it to you, dude. Tell me now so you don't have to fucking squint, dude.
Is, right? my mom not to show up to the wedding. I thought she was gonna be in the background just like mad, you know? They've always done a really good job of going to all my sport events, to everything that I've done in life. They've always been there, except for this one moment. Even our gender reveal, they didn't show up to the gender reveal either.
Dude, that sucks. Dude's having children and his parents are like, yo, because of the configuration of your relationship, I'm just not showing up for that. Holy crap, man. He looks better than most balding people, but I think he would be better with hair. I honestly don't think he could pull off the look that he has with hair. Like, that's how far I'm willing to commit to this.
You can cheat in polyamorous relationships.
Yes. Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you. Oh my God. Yo, because they disagreed with me so hard on the jealousy thing. I was like, am I just like in my own world over here? Of course, these motherfuckers are like, yeah, there's no way.
When you date somebody who's monogamous.
You think somebody with that hairline might not be balding? Rare Flowers, you were too naive for your own good, my friend. Oh my God. No one with that hairline, that is not just a mature hairline, okay?
Or let's say that they're married, and because you're polyamorous, they're like, oh, hey.
The question was, you can cheat in polyamorous relationships. Here's the spread. Literally everybody is on strongly agree except for Cha-Cha and the dude. Exactly, Herbie. Exactly, right. Like, there's still boundaries, right? Like, there's still ways to disrespect your partner's emotions and feelings, right?
When you date somebody who's monogamous, right?
Yeah, of course it depends on your agreement. 100% depends on your agreement, but there are still terms, right? Like, it's not like there are no terms just because it's polyamory.
Right? Or let's say that they're married, and because you're polyamorous, they're like, oh, hey, look, you know, she's easy, or, you know, he's available. That's cheating. You're not cheating because you're being honest, but their partner is not consenting to the relationship.
That's a weird way to look at it. Okay. Yeah, no shit. That's dumbass. That's not what we're talking about.
You're having with that person.
It is still an individual decision of mine to say, okay, well, am I going to involve myself or not? I mean, sure, I think that clearly they're cheating, and I may try to encourage them to, you know, like say, hey, you should tell this person what's up, but I'm not cheating. I'm you know what I'm saying?
Okay, Rare Flowers, here. Since I need to DM you so that you can see. This is evidence of the balding. There you go. Not to shame my man. Hey, my man, I love you. I love your look. I'm fighting for the look over here, okay? This question isn't what I thought. Yeah, they're answering it so differently than I thought they would. Conceivably, some people in this room have never had an agreement talk with their partners. Conceivably, yes. However, I would say that talk doesn't happen when you're in monogamous relationships more than polyamorous ones, because I think somebody who engages in polyamory is used to knowing that the expectation is not that the person you're meeting is polyamorous, right? Yo, what's up, Empty? Yeah, enjoy the darkness, dude. We're going to be watching some Jubilee today. There's a variable of healthiness across the entire spectrum of all relationships, right? Yeah. Of course there is. Yeah, like whether or not somebody's in it for the other person whether or not somebody's in it for the other person or just themselves. Yeah, for sure. But I think the taking things for granted in a relationship when you first form it happens more so with monogamous heteronormative people than anyone who wouldn't fit into like the hegemonic configuration of sexual relationships, right? Work is heating up. All right, Rare Flowers.
Partner to show up with a shotgun.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Good luck with the
Because,
customers.
I mean, we've dated girls before, and the second we find out that there was someone else, boom, it's over.
As a conceptual question, could you
Wait, what? I gotta go back a little bit. What happened there?
I mean, we've dated girls before, and the second we find out that there was someone else, boom, it's over.
Show up with a shotgun.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Because, I mean, we've dated girls before, and the second we find out that there was someone else, boom, it's over.
Oh, I see. So like their boyfriend or somebody could show up and yeah, okay.
As a conceptual question, could you guys cheat within your polyamorous relationship?
That's the question. That is the question, in my opinion. That's the question. This is another moment, Herbie, where they needed to define it up front. Because for me and you and Rare Flowers, you know what? We're probably more normal than most people because I think of cheat as like going against, like not considering your partner's emotions in something, right? Breaking the agreement that you guys might have, right? When they hear cheating, they literally think just fucking somebody else. Like, that's it. That's like the most basic definition. Like, if you, like, I know they've been in relationships, but like, have they really? Like, holy shit.
If two of you were to engage one another without the third one, would that constitute cheating in some sense?
No. Dude, why is... This could have been such a good question. This could have been such a good question, dude. I think sex is kind of the ultimate thing, but I think cheating, the concept of cheating, comes from disregarding the agreement that you have with your partner, right? Like, there's ways to cheat that don't involve just sex, right?
Well, my answer, because I met them.
Like, what does cheat mean? To go against the rules. What are the rules? Well, you guys determine them, right?
Together, I don't see that if they were in the mood that would be cheating. That
Gotcha.
if they, if they told me about it or whatever, just because their relationship.
Yeah, it's in the name. But maybe this is one of those things where, like what we were saying before, where people take it more literally over time, you know? So, like, if I get a dog when you didn't want one or paint the living room a color you hate, did I cheat? Okay, yeah, so I guess it does specifically, yeah, no, you're right. So it does involve romance and romantic feelings towards somebody who's outside of your relationship. Sure. But then I don't think it's just sex. I want to push back against the just sex part. I don't mind confining it to like, okay, romantic relationship outside of the people who you're already with. Okay, you know? Yeah, I think you can emotionally cheat. Yeah, precisely. It's not just like, oh, like I licked another person or like some shit like that, you know?
Was what it was.
There's times where I'll start fooling around with her and she'll come out of the shower. But before we finish, the other person will be there.
You can 100% cheat. And the reason being, like, we're open.
Okay, that really only works because his partners are either bisexual or pansexual. Like, or maybe he's pansexual too. That I don't think would work for everybody. Like, what if you're with like two straight people, you know?
To pretty much everything. Like, we're allowed to have sex outside of the
Like,
relationship.
we'll start having sex and then like they'll get out of the shower and come join us. Like, that's how your day works. Like, nobody in that family is ever like, not today. Like, they love sex. These people love sex, which also I think would probably speak to like maybe I really am still holding on to the OnlyFans idea.
And the reason
It does sound, that would just be insane, dude.
being, like, we're open to pretty much everything. Like, we're allowed to have sex outside of the relationship. We're allowed to date other people. We date people together. But the problem is if you're not honest about it. If I just swiped on Bumble, whatever, went on a date, and I didn't tell her anything.
Dude, this person has given the only answers I agree with in this entire thing. Like, the only answers that I have felt like relate to the question and exactly express my opinion on them.
Anything, that's cheating.
That was exactly what we were saying too.
Date people together. But the problem is if you're not honest about it. If I just swiped on Bumble, whatever, went on a date, and I didn't tell her anything, that's cheating.
I want children. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a no, but I don't think that this matters. I think what's funny about some of these questions is they are clearly designed by people who've never heard of polyamory before, and they're like, does somebody in this kind of relationship want to have kids? Like, what if they bring kids into it? Like, oh my god, like that's literally who this question is designed for, dude. Oh my god, they mostly want to have kids.
Oh, this is not an answer, I guess. Somewhat agree.
I went from wanting 4 kids to 2 kids to 0. Once we started paying bills and living in Los Angeles, I was like, I can't do this.
I'm of the
Wait,
mind.
didn't they say Ingrid like can't be in the polycule, or like he can't? Are they with Ingrid? Like, how does Ingrid fit into this picture over here? I can't really figure it out. I'm also wondering why motherfuckers standing over here with no partners. I kind of want to know. You know what I mean? Their situation makes the most sense to me. The people in the front, like where it's just like they have a really close relationship, and then they like bring other people in as they want to, right? Monomery, he loves himself. Monomery is like, I hate that word because it sounds so bad. Monogamy sounds good because it's like right? Monomery doesn't make sense because it's not polyamory. You know what I mean? I hate saying monomery. Monoamory, that's another way to, I guess you could say it. Ugh.
If we have children, somebody has to stay home to raise them. I'm born and raised Puerto Rico. I came out here to pursue a career that I have successfully made a living off. She started.
Honestly, you like this question because you feel like so many people don't see polyamory as something to do for the rest of your life. I agree, Rare Flowers, but as somebody who is polyamorous, this question is so stupid to me because I know that it has nothing to do with polyamory, whether or not you want to have kids. Just like if you're straight, it has nothing to do with whether or not you have kids, right? Or want to have kids, right? That would be hilarious if somebody's pure motivation for being straight is they want to procreate. That would be hilarious. Like, I have no attraction towards the other sex, but my entire goal is procreation. Like, I could totally see that.
Your own business. Are you gonna give up your career to raise a child? She's like, no. She's like, are you gonna give up your career to raise a child? He's like, no.
It is kind of selfish on our part, and we understand that it's not the norm necessarily, but for us, it's worked out, and we love our life.
We're happier for it.
We're happier for it.
I strongly agree because I have a 9-year-old already. So, I mean, I just felt like it would be a little weird to be like, yeah, strongly disagree, right? But I do think it's a separate question, though, right, of whether or not I'd like to bring more life into the world, right? And that's just something that I talk about and think about with partners and the like. But polyamorous children or children born unto.
His answer just then made me think he's like some kind of social media influencer. Listen to that again.
Something that I talk about and think about with partners and the like, but
something I talk about and think about with partners and the like. I feel like he's talking about an online audience. He just didn't want to self promo there, you know?
Polyamorous children or children.
I'm really curious now. What is their name? He's a doctor. Okay, here we go. Dr. Justin Clardy. Okay, his last name kind of. Dr. Justin Clardy, what you got for us? The Love Zone. So he's got a podcast. Dude, we should always do this for the people on Jubilee. A 1 minute start time. That's not a lot of headroom. All right, let's see what the setup's like.
Shortly, but yeah, another day in paradise.
Good.
He's not owning the fucking baldness today, dude.
Good. And what about the very beautiful Aisha Dill? How are you, my love?
I'm good. Do you know you didn't wish me happy Mother's Day?
Okay, this dude needs to put his monitor down. Well, he's like speaking into the mic down here and then like looking up like this to respond.
I did. And
okay, so what he did kind of like low key just like stop himself from referencing his podcast here.
I mean, I just feel like
I see you, Justin. I see you, Dr. Justin Clardy.
It'd be a little weird to be like, yeah, strongly disagree, right? But I do think it's a separate question, though, right, of whether or not I'd like to bring more life into the world, right? And that's just something that I talk about and think about with partners and the like. But polyamorous children or children born into polyamorous families aren't necessarily protected by the state or the society in the same way that people born into dyadic or monogamous units are, who can access
dyadic units. That's such a good way to put it. Dyadic configurations. Why'd I never thought of that? I know of like the concept of the monad too. Yeah, that fits within my philosophy boy taste as well.
Marriage, so on and so forth. So
she's only 21. I'm only 23. So obviously there's.
Damn, what? I did not expect that. Yo, I thought they were way older, both of them. I thought I probably would put them at like 28. I'd probably put them at like 26, 7. Maybe even a little older, honestly.
Gonna be some problems with that financially and stuff like that. But we do talk about having kids. I want a little boy and like, you know, to raise him, but I don't know, I just don't think I'm ready.
We never wanted to have children. We were probably in that side, way over there, you know? And after discussing the whole marriage thing, we're like, well, once we get a
Yo, I feel like one of them definitely probably feels some jealousy if they aren't the blood mom, right? I'm feeling like it's Cha-Cha, by the way, because she's the only one who broke eye contact there, right?
way over there, you know? And after discussing the
Watch, like, Summer is looking right at him, right in the fucking face. Cha-Cha kind of just like, I don't really want to talk about this.
whole marriage thing, we're like, well, once we get a house and we do this, we'll eventually take that journey. So we got a house, then we actually ended up getting married.
I think the colored hair girl and that dude were on a TLC show. I think so too. Yeah, they were. They totally
Let me
were.
switch up this title.
I saw this too. I know exactly what you're talking about. Did we watch it on his stream together, dude? Like, is this something we watched in person? Because it's not just like on YouTube.
Now she's pregnant.
Congratulations.
Yeah. This is a baby bump.
Oh, Cha-Cha's the mom.
Okay.
All right, then I think everyone's good here. All right, they're a big happy polycule family.
We found like a birth center, even through COVID, that will allow all 3 of us in the room when the baby's born.
And then for the babies, we're gonna do like a power of attorney so that all of us can have the same type of guardianship over the baby.
So I think that that's like the best. I honestly think people are like, oh, nuclear family. I think the best type of family would be if you grow up in like not like an ashram, but like kind of like an ashram where like everyone is your mom and everyone is your dad, you know, like without like the culty underpinnings though. I think that would be the best configuration where like you learn from multiple people. Like the best way to like understand the world is to get there through multiple perspectives, right? So like why be stuck with just one or two? What they're doing, hopefully they're not just speaking idealistically. Hopefully they can put their words into practice. If they can, that's awesome. Because like I think that kid, whoever their kid is, like is gonna grow up to be like pretty well rounded.
Any medical or anything like that.
We actually found that this year 3 dads were put on the same birth certificate for their kid. They actually wrote a book about it.
It's a really nice setup because people are volatile, and the same person can't be 100% all the time. Yeah, exactly. And like when you have 2 people, like one becomes a foil of the other, right? Even if like they aren't necessarily. Where like one's the hard ass, one's the softer one. Like every comparison is just like exaggerated. You know what I mean? Even if it like doesn't like actually reflect reality. So just having more people around, like I agree. Like you're just gonna be much more. You're gonna have like, it's gonna be there's not gonna be a lot of like vectors for abuse there, right? Like in the same kind of way where it's just like you're stuck with these 2 people.
Really interested in learning more, but with that means it's possible.
I am equally committed to all my partners.
I think if everyone doesn't agree, I wonder what their answer is.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, yo, I want to hear their answer. The person we've agreed with the most, I want to hear their answer. I think for them, this couple, I think they are like the main people, and then everybody else is like a side person. They're like half monogamous or monoamorous or whatever, right? When like they're okay bringing other people in. Yeah, exactly.
I really am somewhere between these 2. What about, is here good? I'm struggling with the understanding equal. I don't think equal means the same. So I know. Finally, some questioning of the premise, dude. Holy shit. It's taken fucking a year and a half of us watching Jubilee videos for one motherfucker to be like, what does this question exactly mean? I feel like most people just have like a really like
high expectation of how the producers will react to that shit, so they like don't do it. But like it should be done on almost every fucking question.
I don't have the same commitment. How I orient myself towards keeping my commitment, I do think is the same. It may look like to an external eye that I don't have equal commitments to them all, right? So
I think that's why you're on this side closer than on that side, is because you're willing to be present, whether it be for one or the other. Like for me, it's dating a male and a female. Like I can do Chacha's eyelashes, but definitely not Jimmy's. He would not dig that. So there's totally that difference, but like the willing.
I really wonder what would change in their relationship if both of those women were straight. I really, really wonder.
Willingness to be present for your partners, whether they want that.
Not saying that it would be like, oh, this it's only because there's like, you know, there's a bisexual or pansexual or whatever. Not saying that it's only like working out because of that, but like that dynamic is way easier to achieve when like you want to fuck both your partners, right?
Same affection or not, that's why I think you're a little more on this side than on that side, even if you're not all the way over here.
Yeah, that's why I'm on this side too, is the fact that, you know, I'm committed to making my relationships work. I'm committed to that person and to bringing to that person what they need from me. And then if I can't do it, then the relationship doesn't work.
Openness, communication, obviously.
Look at this dude standing awkwardly in the back, yo. Look at that smile. He's just trying to avoid like having to speak in this moment. He's like, how did they end up over there? Oh shit.
Being like, okay, I have a partner, this is my main partner. Maybe they just want to have sex, or maybe they just want to go on dates or have somebody to cuddle with.
This is my primary partner, so they are a priority at the end of the day. I feel like if we had a third person in our relationship, it would be equal and we would be on that side.
She's my nesting partner.
That's so why don't you end up on that side? That's weird. Like if you believe, I think this is more about your beliefs than reality.
My primary partner, she's the person that I have built my life around, and that's how I understood the question. It's not that.
Yo, Ingrid right now. Yo, where did Ingrid stand on the jealous question? Yo, poor Ingrid, dude.
So disposable. I mean, I would take a bullet for all.
Yeah, no, he does that smile as a defense mechanism. It did look like a nervous fucking smile, though, you know?
All of them.
So every morning I wake up, I kiss both of them. You know, if I'm mad at her, she gets mad at me. We equally fight. We equally come together. When we make up, we equally come and we all start kissing. We like this.
No, that's not. That like, and maybe like as like a portion, I kind of like the idea of separation and like maybe I'm mad at one person but not another person. Like that would suck, dude.
It's like that little tree I'd kiss. And then after that kiss, everything's good, and then we go out to eat.
And to eat, yeah.
And I like to add, because I knew that hierarchy existed, so when I met them, knowing that she's a girl and I could feel kind of that feeling of if someone were to enter my relationship, how I would feel. I never wanted to
Yeah, please don't call on me, teacher smile, right.
Step on her toes.
Yo, poor Ingrid. Look at Ingrid. Yo, I feel like Ingrid is like learning something about her polycule right now.
For me, it was very fluid and open and okay, to the point where I like hyperactively wanted to make sure she was okay.
Even getting her pregnant, we all discussed it, and she was, you should go get pregnant first.
My future relationships will be polyamorous.
No shit, dude. Why even ask? Oh, yeah, because of what Rare Flowers is saying, where most people think it's a fucking phase.
3, 2, 1.
Is the last 2 minutes just gonna be like, yeah, this is who I really am. This is how I view love. Like, holy shit, come on.
Go.
Oh my god, it is. Oh, Ingrid, yo. Oh no. There's something sad going on here with Ingrid right now, dude. There's something real going on right now. Like, most of this shit's dramatized, but this is real, dude. Oh, she's moving further. Yo, I feel so bad. I feel like something changed in the middle of this. Like, they never had this conversation, you know? And, like, just the most basic answer that one of her partners gave, like, turned her off. Yeah, like, oh, dude. Oh, no. Everyone else is like... This is so sad, dude. Everyone else is like vibing out, like fucking loving each other. Like, hell yeah, man. Found some new poly friends. Ingrid's like, yo, fuck you guys. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. I've never seen something so real in a Jubilee video. Like, this is crazy, dude. Isn't it once you're in, you're in? Yeah, no, I think Ingrid is like, I'm out, and in the future, monogamy. Like, literally, dude.
If I could find somebody who covers every single base, which I honestly am not really sure if that's even possible. But if they cover every single base, I'd, wouldn't need another partner.
I piggyback off of that.
Ooh. That's literally the worst answer right there. That she is not polyamorous, by the way. Like that answer like says that to me, by the way. Like, ooh, that's really fucking bad, dude. Cause like then you're looking at people as like there's like a certain like emotional quotient you're like looking to hit, and like everybody's like a part of like you reaching that like emotional quota, right? But like that's not really what it's like. A different way to express love and feel love and realize you shouldn't be limited in who you express and feel love with. So like thinking about it, like there's like a quota you need to hit, and if somebody hits that quota, then you'll be good. Like makes me wonder whether or not Ingrid's in genuine relationships or just in relationships so that they can get whatever pleasure or satisfaction they'll derive while they're in that relationship. And then as soon as somebody else who can offer more comes around, then like that other relationship is gone. Like that's not what, like being polyamorous is a lot about like loving people, right? And like loving the idea of other people and like realizing that like, you're lucky to know the people who you're with. And like, if you have a relationship that you've cultivated, you're not just going to discard it and be like, okay, nah, fuck that, dude. Like we spent years together, but that's okay. I found this other person who makes me feel pretty good too. Like, ugh. All right, Ingrid.
That because I'm similar, right? So for me, I said earlier, right, like my polyamory is not a numbers game. It could be one person, it could be more than one person. My future relationships will be polyamorous. I definitely mean like sort of like this polyamory in principle and not necessarily in like number.
For us, we started out monogamous.
Yeah, yeah. I think everyone would mean that. He said he's the same, but that sounded kind of different to me.
And then we opened the door to polyamory, and there's no shutting that door. And the idea that, like Ingrid was saying, like, would you need another person? Well, we believe we would need another person to do different things with.
I would like my future relationships to be polyamorous, but I also understand that life happens sometimes.
You know what I like about this couple is that each of them speaks for themselves. Like the other couples will have like a spokesperson unless they have different opinions, right? Like every time these people are on the screen, they both speak and they both have a different opinion.
If you were to get married or have kids, like you might not have the time to be in a polyamorous relationship. And also because we're open, I feel like any discussion, like you can talk to me about anything. So if my partner came to me and was like, hey, I think I want to be monogamous.
How much do you want to bet she's a crystal mommy? How much do you want to bet she's like an astrology mommy, a crystal mommy, a TikTok witch, like one of those? Like how much do you want to bet? I'm just getting that vibe from like the nails and the blouse.
I would definitely be open to that idea too.
So it's not necessarily that I will be doing this for the rest of my life, but I do want the ability to be open to it. I don't want to be fully monogamous, but I guess I am open to it, like you said, with marriage, and there's many factors that go into it. That's the only reason I'm not on strongly agree, but I would more than likely want to be in a polyamorous relationship, even throughout my marriage.
Well, dude, Jubilee is not bringing the hits today, dog. Like, I really expected a lot more. I don't know what I expected, but I expected it to be a little bit better. It feels like some of these Jubilee things are just like fetish porn for people like looking at someone who they just don't know about, right? And they're just like, oh, let's learn about what polyamorous people are like, or let's learn what asexual people are like. It's like kind of weird. I don't know. It's hitting different than it did last year. I used to love the shit out of the Jubilee videos, and I honestly think they were better because they had more controversial topics to cover, I guess. Like, these aren't even that controversial. It's like they used to bring in, like, Nazis. Like, do all Nazis think the same? Like, they would do some shit like that. Now it's just like, do all asexuals think the same? I'm willing to do one more, but I kind of... we'll do one more. Fuck it. We'll see what the asexuals one is like. If it's sleeper, though, I'm going to just, like, pull the cord really quick. If it's sleeper, we might do proving demons if you guys want to. All right, let's see. Do all asexuals think the same? Again, obviously no. I wish they found a different way to title these. Like, they've always titled them in the same exact way. Like every Spectrum video is always titled, "Do all think the same?" And the question is always answered with a resounding no. Like if anyone thinks that, like you're the bigot, like going in to watch this. And I don't think anyone is that bigoted to be like, yeah, every asexual person thinks the same. I think the question should be like, what is an asexual? Because like that's what it's more about. Like for people who literally don't know, like you watch this and you get a little taster of what the ideology is like. Now for me, I know a little bit about asexuality. I have met a few individuals who identify as ace. I know that people who are ace might still have sex. They just might not really want sex a lot of times, or might not feel sexually attractive to people, right? And yeah, as Skelly is saying, yeah, let's hope they're actually ace and not people who don't like sex. Exactly right. Like there's a difference there that I'm hoping to gain an appreciation for, because I feel like in the past when I've listened to content about ace people, it's literally just like they think sex is nasty or something like that. But that's literally not what it is. I think it's closer to like demisexuality kind of thing. It's like demisexuality is part of the asexual spectrum, just like demi-romantic is part of the aromantic spectrum. I think it's just people who are more limited in their sexual expression and their feelings of sexual attractedness towards others. But I don't know enough. So again, like hopefully this teaches us. I don't think it will though. We got like a Ridge Wallet sponsorship, so you know I'm skipping that. Here we go.
There's been times where I try.
I'll read I did miss that, but I'll read it out for anyone who's just lurking. There is a trigger warning. Discussion or reference to sexual coercion and other sensitive topics.
There's been times where I tried dating people because everyone is.
Yo, sharp nails are really in fashion right now. Look at their fucking nails, dude. I saw this on the Crystal Mommy in the last one. The girl who was, you know, who I said might be a witch talk person, just like sharp ass nails.
People because everyone is doing it. But I was always upfront, like, hey, I'm asexual.
Look at those nails, dude. They would tear you to shreds, man. Like, they could just, like, rip your heart out, like, within one grasp.
This might not be your thing, you know? And then they're like, no, I totally understand.
Okay, I want to skip the little preview.
Even though I'm asexual, I still experience attraction.
Yes, I bet 9 out of 10. How many do we have here?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I called it, dude. It's not 9 out of 10, though. It's 1 out of 7.
Wait, no, I did it wrong. I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the class. Like, there have been times in my life where I've been like, is this attraction? Or like, is something happening here? But for the most part, I have just been like, no, like that person is nice looking, but I don't feel any sort of thing.
Asexuality, it really is a large spectrum. Under the spectrum, I fall under demisexual, which basically means that I need a strong emotional bond with someone before I can.
All right, Skelly, we got our answer.
Feel any type of sexual attraction.
I can look at
first answer, first response. Gotta be honest, I was super fucking Polino W. I was like, yeah, is this gonna be the whole video? Then second answer, redeemed it.
And say this person is really attractive.
This person identifies as an elf human also, by the way. Yeah, Sarah is sus. Sarah might just be somebody with like antisocial personality disorder who identifies as ace, right?
But, you know, I don't have sexual attraction or like I want to date this person.
There's also like different forms of attraction.
This dude, like every time I've seen him in the camera, he's always in the periphery. Literally looks like he's just like dumbfounded. Like he just like walked on set and has no clue what's happening.
I can be attracted to aesthetics, but I don't really have like a romantic attraction.
I masturbate on a regular basis.
Ooh, this one I wonder about. I'm a once per day. I'm a once per day Andy. I know some people are fucking nuts out there though.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's see here.
I mean, I guess I'll go first. The way that I've been able to find a lot of people like in the ace community is through the kink community. And so usually when I am masturbating, it's things kink related. And so, yeah, I do masturbate on a regular basis, but it's never in the sense that I'm like craving sex or want sex or even find sex attractive.
What does that mean? Like, how do you masturbate to something within your kink, but it's like not sexual? I'm like a little confused about it. Now I'm feeling like I'm too cishet bro to like talk about this, but like I'm very like I want to know more, you know? Sarah is sus. Where's Sarah on this? I honestly think like I don't know, is that a thing? Do people like mask antisocial personality disorder by like identifying as ace? I feel like that could be a thing.
Feel like horny often. So like when it does happen, I was like, okay. I think it's scientifically. It's just like I just need to relieve myself.
Gotta do something.
I remember this person. They were in the Jubilee. Let me see if I'm correct on this. That would be nuts. Hold on. I think they were in like an odd man out that was like, who's not a virgin? And they were a virgin. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, who's not a virgin?
Hey guys,
Is this it?
Sam.
We watched this last year.
Going nowhere now.
Dude, we watched this like literally like last year. This is so weird. Are they on here? They were on early if they were. Yeah.
Because I was like,
My memory,
I wouldn't
dude.
say it like that.
Sometimes I think I have a shit memory. Look at that. There they are right there. Same person. Longer hair, same person.
Yeah, do something about it.
Yeah. It just seems so time consuming to do regularly. Like, I mean, I got TV shows.
I think that might be true for some people. If it's harder for you to reach orgasm, yeah, dude. I mean, sometimes like it takes like 30 to 40 minutes. Like it is long. I will agree with that. I don't like how much time gets spent masturbating. When they're straight edge, they just take asexual when they're not. They just take the asexual when they're not. Oh, I didn't know this.
Could watch. I don't know.
I just feel like there's no need for it, you know? I'm really
So like straight edge people will be like, yeah, I've never felt any connection to these like plebeians, and like they'll just identify as ace because of that.
content with myself. Like, if I have an urge, I can eat.
When you get an
That's such a good way to put that.
urge, it's more of an annoyance for me.
Asexual people,
sucks.
like, just because they don't experience attraction doesn't mean that they don't have any libido at all.
Exactly.
Wait, what? So Sarah just like snuck in a point there that I don't think everybody agreed with last time. Sarah just said just because asexual people don't experience attraction doesn't mean they don't have a libido. That like they literally experience attraction. Like they just said that in the last question. You're the only one who disagreed to that. Like Sarah's trying to get like everybody to like agree with their point of view through just like this question, right?
And so like you still might feel the need for that sometimes, but like
As like a thing, but they're lying? For real? Just straight up lying, dude? That sounds nuts to me. Okay.
I feel like for a lot of
I believe you though. Like you clearly have the knowledge. I don't.
it's just like, oh, this again? Like,
Yeah,
what?
it's kind of like detached. It kind of is like a chore that you're all right with doing, but there's not really much of a payoff for getting it done.
I'm curious to hear like your guys' thoughts on like someone like me who is on the opposite side of the spectrum. Like how do you view that as an ace?
Well, I mean, high libido doesn't mean attraction. They're completely different things.
Like, I don't get it, but I respect.
I want to hear this kid's opinion, dude. Like, he's so silent the whole time.
They're
completely. This is like permanently just looking like he just strolled into the room off the street, dude. Straight edge people are toxic. I remember back in the day they were. I remember when there was like the specific part of the scene that identified with straight edge, you know, like if you were a scene kid, there was like the straight edge scene kids who like were these elitist, purist weirdos. That's probably the only time I've ever experienced that.
Completely different things.
Like, I don't get it, but I respect it.
I find sex repulsive.
Yeah, I feel like that right there is what most people think ace people believe. I think that this would be like if we were watching, you know, like a Jubilee about like, I don't know, like golfers. The question would be like, I always say 4 before I cast a shot. You know what I mean? Like it's like that level. He has all the knowledge, I bet. I'm wondering what his point of view is, man.
3, 2.
This is the only shot we've seen where he doesn't look like he doesn't know where he is. Ready? Look at him. This is the only one. We can see his brain working in this shot. At least we know he has his neurons firing off in there.
1, go.
What's the question? Oh, yeah, I find sex repulsive. Even split?
For me, at least, it's just like...
Here we go. Here we go.
Always a bunch of other ways of attraction because, like...
I almost didn't even realize that he was talking at first. Holy shit.
For me, at least, it's just like...
Yo, this motherfucker is just like a natural ventriloquist, dude. I thought he was doing a voiceover for this. Look.
For me, at least, it's just like... There's always a bunch of other ways of attraction.
Holy shit.
Like...
That's impressive, man. Yo, yeah, see you next time, Herbie. Take it easy, dude. Thanks for joining us.
At the end of the day, it doesn't have to be sexual in nature. You can find it with like just like other things, whether it's aesthetic or otherwise.
Like I'm in like the gray spectrum of it, of like asexuality. So like there are days where I want, like there are days I feel it. There are like times where I do. There's times I don't.
Skelly, if you know, I'm really curious why ace. Ugh. Dude, the cat hair thing. I told. It's like just cat hair flying at me all over the place all the time. I'm wondering why asexuality is like associated with the spectrum of asexuality is associated with the color gray. I don't really get that. Is it because it's like you aren't really for sex or against sex? Is that why? Like it's like not black and white, so they like have the gray. But that was one thing that I know about that I like never really understood.
Some people.
What the fuck?
Sometimes I don't.
Some people communicate through sex. Like that's their way of showing their emotion. And though it may not be for me, it just depends on who the person is. Because you're supposed to be able to trust that person as well. So if you don't trust them, like what good is that going to do for you?
Yeah.
You know?
And I really do feel like sex, for me, as a demisexual, it's like if we're not connected on an emotional or intellectual level, I just don't want it.
I'm not repulsed by other people doing it.
Why? That was. I guess we need more like demi representation out here. Like that's the basic definition of what a demisexual is. Like that would literally be like somebody saying, as a gay man, I prefer to have sex with men. Like it's in the definition. Like when you say you're gay, I know what that means. Like when you say you're demi, it means that you don't feel a connection to somebody unless like you're really, or you don't feel a romance or a sexual connection to them unless you're deeply connected to them. And like that's what he just explained. That was hilarious. Personally, maybe because it's a scale, but isn't all like here's the problem for me isn't all sexuality on a scale somewhere, right? Like, and then why would only one specific spectrum have gray associations, right? Yeah, I would, Skelly. I'm actually curious. Yeah, send it along. Tell us. We're gonna get the secret sauce, everybody. The origins of the gray. The way you said it makes it sound like it's way more interesting than I thought, too. I'm going to give Skelly a minute. I'll put on that album we were listening to before. There we go. All right, Skelly, what you got? Oh, fuck. You're unmuted, right? Tell me when you're unmuted. I have to wait. Just give me like a, yep, I'm unmuted, just so I know. Oh no, are you still muted? Okay, hold on. I'll try. Maybe you're still muted. See, this is the thing I just don't know. Okay, you sent something. Okay, you got yeeted. Yes, you did. Okay, here. Wait, my typing. All right, here. All right, what we got? Oh, you hit it using points. Nice. Forgot about that. I gotta do the channel point. I gotta redo the channel points. What is asexuality? Where's gray? Let's just look up gray. Gray. Do they only spell gray one way? Wait, okay, hold on. All right. So what did you find? Am I missing something? Oh, is it just that the gray is the... Wait. So is it just this bit? The 4 colors all have meaning. So black is asexuality. Gray asexuality. I see. Okay. So gray asexuality would be like sometimes feeling sexual attraction. Is the spectrum between asexuality and sexuality? Yeah. Individuals. Yeah. Okay. Who revert to being gray. A doesn't exactly say what it is here. I'm gonna assume that that's what it is. Somebody who like sometimes experiences sexual attraction, but maybe not always. White non-asexual partners and allies. Oh, so I was kind of right. It's like, yeah, black, like you're totally against. White, you're totally for. Gray, you're kind of in between. Purple community is a little weird. Like, wouldn't purple underlie everything? Yeah, it's the scale. Yeah, the flag is the scale. That makes a lot of sense now. And it also makes sense as to why, because when I looked up demi-romantic and demisexual earlier, they used the same flag. And so yeah, okay. All right, cool. Now we know.
Like anyone can do what they want, obviously. It's not something I can see myself participating in.
Asexuality is purely about the attraction and not about the action. You know, you can...
I really, really don't like how final this person's statements are on the matter, because as somebody who's like trying to learn here, I like want to take these statements with a grain of salt. Like that doesn't sound correct to me. I'm going to listen to that again.
Asexuality is purely about the attraction and not about the action. You know, you can not experience that attraction and still be like, oh, this feels nice.
Okay, yeah, no, that's correct. All right. I just, the way they speak is so final, you know?
To me, like, sex is like an activity that you do in the same way that you can like hug someone or shake their hand. Like, for me, it doesn't have like some other level or like the...
So it's derivative? Yeah. Oh, okay. I never knew that every color has a meaning in each flag. Is that true for the gay pride flag? I feel like that one's just a rainbow, right? Like there's not a meaning to every color when it was created. Maybe there's a meaning now, right? I guess I never really questioned why pride uses a rainbow flag, or like why gay pride is associated with rainbows. I should look that up. Do you want to know? Do you know, Skelly? Oh my God, this feels like I hope nobody. Skelly, I know that you are gay. Well, I actually don't know that you're gay. Are you gay? But I hope that somebody who like just doesn't walk in and see like this being the straightest thing ever. Like this is just the straightest thing ever. Like why is the
all know that the rainbow flag represents support for the LGBTQ community, but where did it come from?
Here's how to sound smart about the rainbow flag.
All right, so where did it come?
Here's how to sound smart about the rainbow flag.
So in 1978, San Francisco artist Gilbert Baker designed what is believed to be the first modern gay pride flag by combining 8 stripes. Now, it's not just a rainbow, that each stripe actually has a symbolic...
Okay, Skelly, yeah, I know that there's like, you know, you're a very flamboyant person, so I don't want to like misconstrue that presentation. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I've ever actually asked you if you were gay.
Meaning. So each colored stripe represents a different trait of the LGBT movement.
It's literally that, exactly. We got to go through this video at like 4.5 speed just so nobody sees us doing
Red
this.
represents life, orange represents healing, yellow represents sunlight, green represents nature, blue represents serenity, and violet represents spirit. Now
That makes more sense, because like the fact that like with the ace flag it was like representing specific populations of people, I feel like that would be a newer thing, because I was like, there's no way that like the red is like for a specific type of like person who identifies as gay, right? Like, so this makes sense that it's like values or virtues, or not even values or virtues, just like symbols, I guess.
the current flag is not how Baker originally intended it to be. The original flag has also included a pink stripe, which represented sexuality, and a turquoise stripe, which represented magic, both of which were later removed.
Oh my god, so like the trope of gay Satanists was like around like back at the beginning. That's awesome, dude.
Now, when he wanted to manufacture the flag for sale, he found that hot pink wasn't as available as the other colors, and so the flag dropped to 7 colors. Baker later dropped the indigo or the turquoise color to maintain an even number, and the flag arrived at its contemporary 6 colors, which I didn't know each color actually represented something,
Yeah.
which I like that there's, you know, meaning behind it.
Oh my
besides
god,
just
okay.
being, you know, in support of that community.
Yeah, it's too bad that it had to sort of be selectively trimmed over time for, like, basically because life is life and you lose certain
Yeah.
colors, you can't get it, and then you
It's
want
a
to change it.
fidget,
But yeah, I
yeah.
do like the idea of each one having sort of a meaning. That's one of the cool things about flags when you study flags, is that like very often the color choice, the choice of like an animal,
Mhm.
things like that, actually, it does actually matter, even if eventually that meaning tends to be lost on the people living in that country.
Yeah, I do think that's really interesting, because even like if you look at like countries,
Is
and stuff
that
like
it?
I'm sure-
Is that it? Is that it? Are they just going to talk about how interesting it is after this point? What is the next quote they bring in here? Jesus Christ. So interesting that flags have meaning.
Dorothy. So pop culture also gave the rainbow resonance with gay activists, perhaps because of Judy Garland and her signature song "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." Garland was a major star to the gay community throughout the 1950s and 1960s.
That sounds highly speculative. Is that true? That does not sound true. That sounds weird to me.
Yeah, she's a popular lady. I like that movie. And they also kind of, you know, there's a lot of other reasons as to why the rainbow, you know, represents like freedom and peace and a lot of other things. And I was, it's positive. It makes you happy. It looks like it's.
Okay. Okay. I think we got it. Okay. I think we got it. That was less interesting than I thought it would be. The best part was finding out that it used to have magic on it.
The level that society wants to tell you that is inherent to sex. Like, I'm just like, no, it's an activity that you do with one or more other people. Like, that's all it is.
Exactly.
I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that, actually. Let me go back a little bit, because I might just be mishearing what they're saying.
Sex. Like, I'm just like, no, it's level that society wants to tell you that is inherent to sex. Like, I'm just like, no, it's an activity that you do with one or more other people. Like, that's all it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just disagree, like, with this, like, society tells you, because, like, not only does society tell us that, a lot of people embody that shit, too. So, like, I kind of have an issue with the framing there. Like, it's very dishonest to say that it's just society, because it's not. Like, most people internalize that shit, and then, yeah, sex is exalted, and it means something way more than, you know, just, like, the physical act of what you're doing. So, like, nah, I disagree. The way that this person speaks is very frustrating. Like, the fact that they use, like, is so much, and, like, on speculative things is, like, speaking with finality. Like, I'm interested in, like, maybe having that discussion, but there's no way that, like, what they're saying is the truth. Like, most people not everybody puts that special meaning. Not only does society put special meaning in sex, and then we just take that for granted. Like, we internalize that shit. We get indoctrinated into it, right?
I am a virgin.
Oh, I know one motherfucker who is here.
3,
Not
2,
him, by the way.
1.
This one, the one who was like actually on Odd Man Out for virginity. I'm not just like assuming from tropes here.
Go.
Damn. Wait, what is I am a virgin strongly agree? I guess it is a spectrum, but like when it comes, I mean, it's like kind of yes, no.
It's kind of
Damn.
what I
For me, like, sex isn't like, people always talk about it, and then it's just like, well, that's not really attractive to me, and I have a supportive friend group.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's not a virgin. He like had sex and found out it wasn't for. Oh, dude, this person on the last Jubilee I saw them on actually like explained their coming to awakening of their ace hood, and it's really interesting. It's also kind of sad.
I have hobbies I can do, and it's like I'd rather find my time doing something else.
There's been times where I tried dating people because everyone is doing it. But I was always upfront, like, hey, I'm asexual. This might not be your thing, you know? And then they're like, no, I totally understand. 3 months
No, they
later,
don't.
they're having a tantrum because you won't kiss them.
I've been in a couple relationships before, both with men
Hey, I'm not even ace. I could see that one coming. Like,
and a woman, and so yeah, I've had sex with both of my partners. So yeah, I'm not a virgin.
When did you lose your virginity?
I lost my virginity when I was 15 or 16. What about you?
I was 17 when I lost mine, and it's not the greatest story.
oh no, no. Dude, every time Ivan gets brought onto Jubilee, they have to fucking relive their awakening. Like, that sucks.
I was coerced into having sex.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, all right, chat. If you didn't hear the story the last time, here we go.
By my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, no, it's really sad, Sarah. Like, and you like, it's like, it's a position I feel like maybe a lot of us have been in a relationship too, where like somebody wants something so bad and you want to give that thing to that person, but like it's so against who you are, right? Like, that's what this is. And just hearing the way Ivan speaks about this, oh man, it's just heartbreaking, dude.
It's
okay. So I lost my virginity because if you
Also,
loved
what's
me,
up, Sarah?
then you'd have sex with me. And at the time I was like, okay, this is my first relationship, and I don't want to. I don't have the feel. I don't want to have sex with her, but I'm scared that she might break up with me because I don't want to have sex with her. So
Yeah, and that's a really strong thing. It's the one, so of course you'd want to make sure you'd stay with them. I want to hug you.
I know it's but like
We support you.
I commend you for having gone through that.
You know what's really interesting about that is that the setup of the room stopped them from comforting that like, why did I struggle to find the word comforting? The setup of the room stopped them from trying to comfort that person. Like, it stopped them from trying to comfort Ivan because they're like, I gotta stand on my line. We're so weird in that way. Like, humans, we're so fucking weird. Like, just go walk over there, give him a hug. This is gonna be a highlight of the goddamn video, you know?
Being able to still, find yourself and be who you are today. And I want to hug you, but I don't know if I can.
See, like, I don't know if I can, and the producers aren't like, yeah, go. Like, the producers are being such assholes.
Thank you. I mean, me personally,
what did they say to that? Just no, hold firm. No, you can't go hug him.
personally, I've never experienced any of it. I don't wish that I could experience sex. There's moments where I wish I wasn't asexual.
That, I feel like, if you are somebody who does not fit into the heteronormative image of what a person should be, I feel like that is a pressure that resonates. When they said that, I fucking felt that, dude. There are so many times in my life when it's just like, I wish I could just be this thing that like would make everything so much easier, but like, I can't.
I'm just gonna start crying too. It's like, it's so ingrained in our society that you should have attraction, you should have a romantic attraction, you should have sexual attraction. So a lot of us, if we don't have the word, we feel so broken until we find it. I was so lucky because I had a parent who knew what the word was. And like, my mom actually said,
Yeah, that's gotta be so tough, dude. Like, how many parents do, like, back when we were growing up, know what asexuality is enough to look at their child and be like, maybe that's you, right? That's, yeah.
maybe you're asexual, you don't.
I knew people in high school. I grew up in a city, like I grew up in Boston, right? And there's like a huge diverse crowd of people at my school. So I had openly trans people in my classes. I had people who were asexual, and like that language was something we would all speak about, or like it was something that we all understood. But I wonder now how rare that experience is. A lot of times I often take for granted how diversified my upbringing was, right? And like the fact that like I would know gay people when I was a kid, or I would be friends with trans people before they were even mentioned on the news or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And this reminds me of it. It's like how many people grow up in a community with these feelings and then either just give them up or try to force themselves to be something they're not because they just don't have anyone around who doesn't have that, who has the language they need, right? Like that's nuts. Like if her mom wasn't around or their mom wasn't around to give them that like word asexual, like what would have happened in return?
Don't feel those things, and that's okay. But so many people don't have that word.
I
It's
feel
interesting.
invisible to the LGBTQ plus community.
Ooh, I wonder. I feel like no, but maybe yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Damn, what the fuck, dude? Okay, I know a lot about bi erasure. I don't know a lot about ace erasure. It's a thing?
The LGBT community of itself is very sexualized. Like at
True.
Pride, it's very sexual. I think it's hard for them.
Okay, that's kind of like, how do you deal with that though? I wonder, because it's like, I get the tension there, obviously. Like, you're identifying within an umbrella that, like, an umbrella term that often has to do with sexuality for people who are like being sexual, right? So I can see why not being sexual but still being under that umbrella would be kind of weird. But like, what could be done? Like, what does Pride look like if people aren't celebrating their sexuality?
Them to include the sexuality that is absence of that. I've heard so many people say that asexuals don't get as oppressed as other people in the LGBT community, but that's not all that LGBT community is. It's not just whether you'd get oppressed or kicked out by your family.
Yeah, that is true.
We're still experiencing things differently from the rest of the world, and it feels better to have a community of people.
For me, this question is a little bit personal because the closest thing for me was my auntie, because my auntie is lesbian. And when it comes to relation with family, like everyone accepts my auntie, but when it comes to me, it's just like, oh, you don't exist. You haven't tried it yet. It makes me feel a little
That's a little bit different from what the question is. That does sound terrible, but that is a little different from what the question is, right?
bit empty because like you're my family. You're supposed to you're supposed to be with me. Like you're supposed to be able to comfort me.
Like as you say, like Pride is really
Oh, that kind of stuff though. Okay, so like the problem too is like if you have that supposed to in your brain, right? That supposed to of like the family is supposed to do X, Y, or Z. Like if you aren't supposed to be X, Y, or Z, then why is your family supposed to be X, Y, or Z? It's like an unfortunate like logical conclusion to the end of like, well, I don't have to be a specific way just because I was born into this body, right? I don't have to have certain feelings just because I was born into this society. Like another conclusion to that is my parents, my family don't have to be a certain way just because they are my parents, right? And so like I think it's kind of tough, but you got to turn that on to yourself too. Like that's supposed to like it's going to make you feel kind of sad, right? Because it's like you want your parents to be there, but like maybe they're not capable of that, you know?
sexualized, and like being sex positive and like encouraging people to have as much sex as they want also means that sometimes they don't want any. I've heard people say like what you experience is valid, but you're not queer enough to be in the community. And I'm like, then what is queer enough?
As someone who identifies as gay,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. That's very weird to me. It's not putting you in danger necessarily. Wait, what is? My bad, Skelly. Wait, what? Are you talking about like the parents thing? My bad. we missed each other somewhere. I'm gonna clock it back a little bit.
Not queer enough to be in the community. I've heard people say like what you experience is valid, but you're not queer enough to be in the community. And I'm like,
Oh, it's not putting you in danger. No, never mind. I don't know.
then what is queer enough?
As someone who identifies as gay, I really did want to hear everything out that they were saying because I completely agree with everything that they just said. I do see more things on social media. Like I was just on the LGBT website and they list like a whole list of different
Yo, what's up, Jumbo? Yeah, these guys again. I decided I'm just having like a chill day over here. I don't want to like do any deep dives, so we're just looking at some Jubilee. Asexuality isn't putting you in danger necessarily. True. Oh, so you're saying like how it gets distinguished from that idea of like the like being part of the LGBT community doesn't just mean that you're oppressed. I think what they're saying there is still true. Like, because I mean, part of the LGBT spectrum is like not all intersex people would necessarily be oppressed or be put in, well, they could be put in danger. Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's true. Is that, now I'm trying to imagine. I feel like an ace person could be put in danger because like it could be seen as like playing with somebody's emotions, right? To somebody who doesn't understand it. Like somebody who like you get involved with where like what I don't know their name, but the person with the nails, what they were saying earlier where they were like, you know, I'll be with a person and 3 months later they're like yelling at me because I don't want to kiss them, or like that's not how I express my love, right? Like, couldn't that put you in danger too? You know, I feel like a lot. I feel like almost every way that we live could put us in danger, even if it was purely heteronormative.
ace identities. We are becoming a little bit more open-minded about it.
I get what you're trying to say though, Skelly, by the way. Like, I'm just trying to wonder, like, I'm trying to wonder how to reconcile that tension that they brought up about like ace versus the rest of the LGBTQ spectrum, right? Also, I guess there is a tension there too. Well, okay, here's part of it. So they said that is true. Individuality. I didn't notice that until you just said it. Coming out as ace isn't going to impact your life. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I think. Yeah, I think you're getting at there. I will say too, like part of the problem that they brought up was like, okay, you couldn't like LGBT has a lot to do with LGBTQ plus has a lot to do with being sexual, but no, like intersex and trans have nothing to do with sexual. Oh my god, dude, I have to like sweep. Like, what is happening? There's so much dust everywhere, dude. My fucking cats, dude. But yeah, so like being trans or being intersex doesn't necessarily have to do with sexuality, or it has anything to do with sexuality, right? So maybe they were just being a bit reductive in the way that they spoke about. I think I took for granted the reductiveness of their characterization of the LGBTQ community there.
But I don't want to give too much credit because I 100% agree that we need a lot of work in the community.
The increased visibility is great. It's really good, but it also is driven by ace people and ace specs. And there's no one, at least there are fewer people in the broader queer community who are reaching out to us and being like, we want you involved.
I do know some people, like, they kind of just feel like they don't belong in the community.
What's her name? Sarah? Sarah radically identifies as ace. Like, everybody else here, it seems like it's just like kind of their lifestyle. For Sarah, it seems like her identity. Because like everything she talks about is like very final, like is or is not this way. Like she seems to be like the fucking ace monolith, dude. Like somebody who like upholds all the principles and adheres to them and like can speak to the whole like scene and give you and paint the most clear picture. Like she's presents herself as like the foremost expert on being ace. It's really off-putting.
So they just stick to basically an ace community. And I mean, I don't know about you, but when I went to like meetups and stuff, I would ask if asexuals were welcome.
So I guess where I find community, it's definitely like the internet, because like I definitely remember watching like this show called like BoJack Horseman, and when I found out that like one of the main characters, Todd, was like an asexual himself, I was like, oh wow, here's like someone in actual media space that like I can actually relate to at the end of the day.
And he wasn't treated as like a fix-it case. That's like the biggest thing, is that if there's
Oh, that's an interesting term. That is a sad fucking term, dude. Fix-it case? Holy shit. What? I was just going to blend holy shit and dude together. I was going to say, holy shit, dude. The Jesse Pinkman guy? Who the fuck is Jesse Pinkman? Oh, is he the voice in? Oh, he looks like Jesse Pinkman, that dude in BoJack Horseman, yeah.
asexual in media, they're just
Oh, same actor. Okay, I've never actually seen BoJack Horseman, just so you know.
Yeah.
Just say I'm not a cool
We really
kid.
find community through the internet. I've not been with this many aspecs ever in my life.
I am still exploring my sexuality. 3, 2.
Everybody should say yes to this. I feel like sex or sexuality should be considered like an until proven wrong kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm straight until proven otherwise. Like, or until like everything that I've done so far means I'm straight or says that I'm straight, but who the fuck knows who I'm gonna meet?
2, 1, go.
I used to identify as demi, and then I went to ace, like gray ace. So like I'm still at like, is this correctly what I identify as?
I am still unsure of myself. Like, I don't know what my own feelings are.
Really?
half the
What was the end of that, Jumbo? That is that is really interesting. I feel like that sucks for the girl, you know? 'Cause it's like, oh, turns out, yeah, no, I am actually incredibly gay. That must happen a lot now that I'm thinking about it, cuz like not everyone has like a full awakening before they like go out and like identify as gay. Like, he didn't feel a connection. Yeah, that's sad, dude. I hope that she was okay with that.
time, and I am still young. So I'm trying to be okay with not really knowing some things about myself, at least for now.
I think I have it pretty down pat. And I think that's one of the misconceptions about the ace community is that people will approach you and will think that you're not experienced, or you don't know what you're looking for, or you're too young and you'll figure it out. And that's very wrong, especially in my case. Like, I feel like I'm really well experienced and I do know what I like and I do know what I don't like. But at the same time, I think that there is still some exploring that I am doing.
Like, for me, it's like I'm in the disagree section because like I feel I'm pretty solid in my identity. There are times where I'm like, was that attraction? What was that? But like, it doesn't matter what it was. Like, it's not gonna change my behavior.
I feel like at this point, I already know what I want, and I'm so over like other people judging me for it, you know? I'm just gonna stay here in my little bubble. I'm comfortable.
Dude, I think I have realized the spectrum formula, and now I'm just like too cynical for it. Like, it's just not hitting in the same way. Like, the last question is always just geared to normalize people, right? Like, if you have any empathy or appreciation for other people's lived experience, Spectrum is not a show for you, which is in the title. It's like, if you know the answer to this question, then this isn't a show for you. You know what I mean? I say that because like in both of the ones that we watched today, it just felt like we should know already like whether or not everybody would be on the same page about this specific thing. There are a few surprises, right? But when it comes to I'm still exploring my sexuality, obviously it's going to be like some yes, some no. Like, and it's just meant for like fucking 3-head people who are watching this to be like, oh, wow, dude, I thought they would all be like super settled. You know what I mean? Just like some like real short-sighted motherfuckers.
Be right here, you know.
I've had the term since I was like 10. I'm sure my
That's awesome.
mom probably thought I would grow.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude. I don't even know that I would. I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I mean, like, that's fucking awesome. Like, it's like a very spectacular thing. I don't know that I would even know to like bring up asexuality to a child. I would just think that you haven't experienced attraction or that feeling yet. Like, I wonder what signs there were, you know? When I was a kid, by the way, I had crushes on like all the girls in my grades. So like I always kind of knew what was going on. But I remember there were a bunch of people who like would feel weird being near girls or talking to girls or anything like that. And I at no point, like, there were a few people who I did because I knew what gay was. There were a few people who I was like, I wonder if you're gay or not. But I would never have had the thought for like somebody being ace at that age, you know?
Out of it. I'm sure she thought I was a late bloomer or something. But like, as I got older, it's just like, it just kept fitting.
I had an experience where I found the term when I was 11, 12. So when I first heard that, when I first found out about what even sexuality is, I found asexual and I was like, okay, I'm asexual. But then when I got to high school, I was like, you can be straight or something. Like everyone else around you is straight. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, no, maybe I'm gay because I'm not straight. And then I got to college. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm bi. Maybe,
yeah, I like
maybe
them
I'm
both
something.
the same.
And only like in the last couple months, I was like, I finally went back to asexual. It's a broad label, and I can be comfortable being under that umbrella.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like two Spectrum videos today down, 0 things learned. We learned things indirectly because Skelly was kind enough to Google about the asexual pride flag, and you know, we learned a couple other things indirectly. But holy shit, we did not learn anything from this fucking Spectrums we watched today. God damn it, dude. I'm disappointed. I kind of want to do an odd one out since they retitled it. Maybe it's different. Might be the last thing we do today because I'm thinking we switch gears or we just do one more. So let's do the best one out of these. So there's 3 that we could do. Who's not a high schooler, who's not a cheerleader, and who's not a Harry Potter fan. I feel like I kind of want to do the Harry Potter fan because I could play that one the best. Because I used to like Harry Potter. So like maybe I'll be able to know. But then I think I want to do the high schooler one. Because I want to watch somebody pretend to be a fucking high schooler. Let's do that. Let's see if we can figure it out from the thumbnail. This person is the most suspicious to me right now. If I had to guess anybody, I would say this person right here. But that's the fashion. I feel like they're like the red herring. So this person. Dude, you could be 19. Wait. Oh, this is such a dumbass. Okay. I can't guess anyone. You know why? Because you could either be 19 and have graduated, or you could just be homeschooled, or you could just have dropped out. So literally somebody who is the appropriate age might not be a high schooler. Oh, this is such a, oh, dude. I hope they don't play us like that. Is there going to be a sponsorship? Yeah, I want to skip that here. All right, let's go. Odd one out intro. 6 high schoolers, 1 secret. Oh, middle schooler. Oh, good. Okay, all right.
Well, I don't know about you. You're Miss Actress.
Yeah, Miss Actress.
Well,
she's
drama club.
Oh, yeah, true.
All right, this will be easier. And if that's the case, this person is the middle schooler. If that's the case, I'm locking in my guess right now. This person right here is not the high schooler. Guess locked in.
7 high schoolers.
I'm a high schooler.
I am a high schooler.
I am a high schooler. I'm a high schooler.
I am a high schooler.
What's his name?
High schoolers.
I'm a high schooler.
Yeah, Emmett. Nope, not a high schooler.
I am a high schooler.
I am a high schooler. I'm a high schooler.
I am a high schooler.
I am a high schooler.
I'm second most suspicious of London.
I am a high schooler.
And then Yusuf, dude. Oh, man. Yusuf, dude. I can't tell, though. I really can't tell in this one. I think that's why there's ace invisibility. LGBT are expected to be educated and able to communicate the lore of it. Yeah. Oh, is that what they were saying at the end there? I might have missed that part. Yeah, no, obvious. I don't think that, yeah, versus ace people struggling. Yeah, like that's, yeah, that's kind of an unfair expectation for sure. Place your guesses. I feel like this one's gonna be tough. This Jubilee.
One is a liar. If the group discovers the liar,
Oh my god, look at the fucking captions. Also, we figured out that the PewDiePie narrator was the new narrator. Look at the captions.
I am a high schooler.
one is a liar.
One is the light.
If the group discovers
If the group discovers a delighter.
the liar is, they'll split a cash prize.
It is those glitter cash prize. Dude, this is great. One is the light. Who is the light among these people?
If the liar survives, they win the entire prize. Who is the odd one out?
Okay, names and like grades.
Okay.
They actually got more money. I remember my big thing last year with this was like, like every time they win, it's like $200. It's like the cheapest fucking thing. It looks like they got actual money this time.
Okay, so you want to start down the line?
All right, I'm Nathan. I'm a junior.
I'm Vivian. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Olivia. I'm a freshman. I'm Sarah and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Yusuf and I'm a junior.
I'm London Coco and I'm a junior.
I'm Emmett.
London Coco. I really want to lock in London. I really want to lock in London, dude. I feel like the most suspicious answers here are freshman and sophomore, right? But then I feel like maybe you wouldn't be so confident to say freshman if you were just lying. So then I'm calling into question everybody. No one is a senior, by the way. So interesting.
And I'm a freshman.
For my internationals, because I'm speaking fucking some random speak right now. Freshman is first year, sophomore is second year, junior is third year, senior would be fourth year. And in our high schools, like our secondary schools, we do 4 years after like this interstitial school that we go to for 3 years. So where most other education systems do like 6 years, 6 years, in America it's like 6. In America it's like 6, 3, 4. Is it 6, 3, 4? Yeah, it is that.
I have my eyes on the freshman.
No, that's what I was saying. I'm like,
yeah,
if you're in
I
middle
knew it,
school,
already
it's
knew
very
it.
easy to say, oh, I'm a freshman.
She was like, oh, the freshmen, they're gonna be the most suspect ones. And I was like, or you could like be doing that to like throw us off of you.
So what classes are you guys taking?
Honors English, PE, chemistry,
AP Lit, A Push, Honors Theater 5.
A push? Dude, London is such a fucking A type. I can't stand it, dude.
Honors Theater 4.
I would not want to be friends with this person in high school.
Or I take religion because I go to a private school, and algebra 2.
Wait, what grade are you in?
theater.
I'm
You
a
take
junior.
Theater?
Oh, you take
Yeah,
it.
I'm an
You
actor.
take theater, okay.
Yeah.
Algebra 2? When did you guys learn algebra? I learned algebra in 8th grade. So the fact that a junior is learning algebra 2 is fucking weird to me. I would have learned algebra 2 in the 9th grade. So I would have learned algebra 2 2 years before she did. Do we really need that long of school? Oh, yeah. I mean, we can talk about education all day. I mean, you know I have extreme thoughts on that.
You do have lit as a junior?
Yeah, I know all the public schools do Lang and then Lit,
Yeah.
but we do Lit.
Okay,
then
go.
Lang.
I have chemistry, algebra 2, sociology, Italian, English.
So yeah, okay. So I take Emmett back now because I'm locking in London. London is my guess.
English.
Are you guys
Classes,
back
I
in
don't really
person?
handle
Because my school's fully back in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're only going.
Fully online.
Really?
Yeah.
We only go 2 days a week.
I did that for a while.
Oh, no, that always means we're wrong, dude. That's always wrong, dude. Fuck. I hope I wasn't right. So my 3 guesses are here. So I think it's either Emmett, Yusuf, or London. I wanted to say Emmett until London said algebra 2, and then he said algebra 2, and he's a freshman, which makes more sense to me. But it could just be Yusuf. Yusuf could just be flying through here, man. We repeat way too many subjects. Did you repeat algebra? I guess that makes sense if you go to 2 different schools. I had a very European education. I went to the same school for 7 years and then another school for 7 years. And I didn't have to, or 6 and 7, one or the other. And so when I went to my secondary school, it was 7 through 12. So when I went to high school in 9th grade, I didn't have to repeat stuff that I did in middle school. The only time that that would have happened was when I transitioned from like my 6th grade to 7th grade, because they were 2 different schools. You're locking in Yusuf. I feel like that is not a bad guess. I really feel like it's Yusuf to an extent, but London is killing me, man. She's trying so hard, dude. London, if she is real, is a very, like, I'm just glad I don't know London. I'll put it that way.
I'm very suspicious of Sarah. She has braces, and although there's a lot of people in high school with braces, I feel that's more of a middle school thing.
That's bullshit, yo. That's like one of the dumbest fucking reasons right there. Oh, yeah, you kind of are right about that. When I was in high school, they broke down science a little better. But yeah, like you would go through the same arcs in history. Like I feel like I learned like about Mesoamerica, like for like 4 out of 12 years I went to school, you know? And then I also feel like I learned about some similar facts in science. So I see what you're saying, yeah. You've dissociated all math. I'm not bad with math, at least.
And we have a tie. The tie is between Sarah and Olivia.
I knew that since I said I was a freshman and that I was shorter, that I was going to have more votes on me and more suspect.
Yeah, no, there's no way, dude. I feel like she's too confident to be a freshman. I mean,
That means
too confident to be the liar.
We're going into a tiebreaker. Each of you is going to get 20 seconds to state your case.
I was a freshman last year, and so my school now we are doing like kind of like block schedule. We go to school 2 days a week. So basically, I'm in Group B, so I go Wednesday and Friday, which I like Friday. So
What is that? How does that? You're bye. What was that? It doesn't convince anyone of anything.
All right. Okay, well, I'm a freshman, and it's my first year in high school. I'm taking like Math 1. I'm doing AP Human.
I'm taking Math 1. Okay, dude. Do they just not know their schedules?
In geography, we're learning about how to read maps. We're starting football games again, and I get to cheer, and I'm on varsity cheer, so.
Oh, God, dude.
She said.
Yeah, I don't know if I learned about volcanoes too much. I feel like the one thing I learned about too much was continental drift. I don't know why. I just really remember that.
Something about like I'm in AP geography, and she's like, yeah, we're learning a lot about math.
You said algebra, you motherfucker. She said Math 1. Let's start there. You would learn about maps and geography. This is a middle schooler.
And I was like, yeah, that's kind of the definition of geography.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's okay.
Dumb or dumb, exactly, dude. It's like you know how like you look back at like being in middle school or high school and you think that you were better than these kids. Like no one was better than this.
It's okay. I thought I did all right, but of course it wasn't the best because I got voted out.
What are your like main 3 extracurriculars?
I have an internship right now.
Your main 3 extracurriculars: smoking weed, playing video games, and smoking weed. What are you talking about?
Other than that,
I have a job as well, but it's not like fancy. I'm just like a busboy.
Yeah, do you guys have jobs? Do all of you guys have jobs?
I applied for one.
Oh, I had a job too when I was in high school, so that would have counted.
Here until summer. It's like a knots.
Oh, that's cool. Fun. Okay. I'm working at John's Incredible Pizza because they start hiring. Yeah, it's really cool. They start hiring at 14, but I'm 15, so.
Oh, how old are you guys? I'm 16.
I'm 16.
Cool. Yeah, I'm 15.
I'm 16, but I turned 17 in like 2 weeks. So.
Ooh, happy birthday.
When some people started revealing their age, it was like maybe the people who are older are actually the moles because would be harder to lie that way.
I started my own club this year.
What?
So that's also something I'm busy with.
Maybe some of the people who are older are some of the moles because it would be harder to lie that way. Yo, high school logic, dude. I have no idea what the fuck that means.
What club?
I started a drama club.
I think you're all.
I really don't know.
I'm believing all of you.
I know.
That's the mole. Anyone who says, I feel like you're all truthful is the mole. That is the person who wants everybody else to tell them the same thing.
I don't know about you. You're Miss
Me?
Actress.
Yeah, Miss Actress.
Well, she's drama club.
Oh, yeah, okay. True. I'm gonna stand next to you.
Look, I will make my case. I am not like some like kid actor.
Yes,
and
you
I'm
are.
Not, like a good like naturalistic actor.
She was in some like commercial as a kid, and her mom always thought that she was gonna be like the next Miranda Cosgrove, but it just never happened. You're not gonna be Miranda London Coco.
Dude, I'm like Shakespeare, so
Okay,
you can
gotcha.
trust me.
I think it was just the acting thing that made me really think that it was London.
I'm sorry, but this person makes me feel really sad.
This one is 6 high schoolers and 1 secret middle schooler empty. Cast your vote quick. I've kind of locked in London, but I have a feeling, and Skelly has a feeling, that it's gonna be Yusuf here.
We have a
Yusuf is this kid. I thought Emmett at first though, before I heard them speak.
tie.
Oh my god.
The tie is between London and Olivia.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is
She has the Nickelodeon Atlantic accent. Yeah, dude, she's been trained, man.
you each 20 seconds.
This person has been slimed in their lifetime, okay? Sorry for being European. Oh, dude, I did this explanation for Euros like a moment ago. So you got primary school. After primary school in America, you go to school for 3 years, and then you go to high school. So it's like the breakdown is 6, 3, 4 years, right? And so middle school is after primary school, before your last 4 years of school. That's basically all it is. We break it down like that for whatever fucking reason. I had a little bit of a different education myself, but that's how Americans break it down.
To state your case.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm a really bad actor and a liar. Like, you're an actor. So, I take AP classes. I have AP exams next
Yeah, this person is not the liar. Listen to how nervous they are.
year.
The more convincing somebody is in their appeal, the less I'm likely to believe them, right? Like, if somebody's super convincing in their appeal, it says to me that they're, like, being calculated as fuck, you know?
I'm not next year, next month.
Okay, just because I'm an actor doesn't mean people have to attack me.
College is high school. Yeah, okay.
Have watched Disney Channel my whole life. It does not portray high school at all. I feel like there's so many different people, and there's never just like one popular mean person. Everyone's mean.
This is the most sus answer that I've ever fucking heard. High school's not just like the stereotype. Like, high school's more than meets the eye. Like, there are some popular people, but not really. Like, trust me, guys, I'm 16.
Mean in their own groups, so just be nice. That's all I say. Probably could have talked more about high school. I kind of went off on
No, talking more was your fucking problem, London. You fucked up, dude.
a rant about Disney Channel and TV.
Even if London's not the mole, she fucked herself up.
Hi guys. I literally had goosebumps, you guys.
If you want to continue
What a self-report, dude. What a fucking self-report, dude. No question. Are you kidding me? That's what they call it in the UK, and then university is their college here. Oh, for real? Oh, in the UK, I've always just heard primary and secondary school. I've never heard college. I have heard at university, and I knew that university here was parallel to college, or rather, yeah, whatever. And I called my school university for a while, too, to be honest, because when I transitioned from high school going into college, I listened to a lot of the Ricky Gervais show, so I picked up on certain things. And so I was with a lot of internationals, and I would always just describe myself as going to university.
playing the game and you think the mole
My
might
school was insanely international.
still be in the box, please raise your hand in 3, 2, 1.
I think we should shift to like pop culture stuff because we talked a lot about school.
I agree.
Box, please raise your hand in 3, 2, 1.
I think we should shift to like pop culture.
Primary, secondary, college, university. I see. Okay. Is that how it is everywhere? Like, is that how it is in Norway, empty? Or is it just primary, secondary, and then university?
Stuff because we talked a lot about school.
I agree with that, yeah.
What shows did you guys watch growing up?
The Middle, it was on ABC. I used to watch that 24/7.
What did you watch?
I watched Big Time Rush. I was more like Nickelodeon kid.
iCarly.
iCarly, Big Time Rush.
I never pre-watched this stuff, but the fact that fucking London mentioned iCarly was so poetic there. Oh man. Let's keep going.
Jesse, I love Jesse. Dog with the Blog, Good Luck Charlie, SpongeBob. Like, this is pretty basic.
Okay, that makes sense because you're.
I'm assuming you said primary, secondary, and then there's like some kind of like typo word. I'm assuming that's college, so it goes like primary, secondary, college, university.
Dog with the Blog
so
and
would
the
be-
Jesse, those are kind of new. When Emmett said that he watches. Like,
I mean, though,
Jesse or-
Quebec is like a mini UK. Like, you guys, like, Canada is like so like unironically just like simps for royalty, you know, and for like the fucking monarchy. Like, that makes complete sense that it would be the same as the UK. Oh, really? Oh, shit. Okay. I thought that was a typo. Segrip. What is that? How do I say that? Segrip. Or is it French? Hold on. Segre. 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 How do I say that? How the fuck do I say that? I assume if you're in Quebec, yeah. Oh, it's an abbreviation, so it's just like C-E-G-E-P. Is that it? Or do you actually like say it out? If I'm saying it right, it's primary 7, middle 3, and then some high school, college mix for 3 to 5. I see. Okay. Yeah, we have our own naming system. Wait, do you mean? Wait, are you Canadian, Skelly? I didn't know Skelly was Canadian. Oh my god. I'm French Canadian, you guys. Dude, you guys want to hear a really annoying story? You say Cégep? Okay. When I was so I'm black, a bunch of other shit, right? And then I'm also white, right? And my white side is French Canadian, right? Like, my family is from French Canada, right? So I'm out at like a party somewhere, and we're sitting out on a porch just talking, and like all fucking Americans, we go, oh, where are you from? Where are you guys from? Right? So because I'm just like, I'm a slave. I'm from some part of Africa. I have no fucking idea. And then the other part of me is from Canada, right? So I said, like, I'm French Canadian and I'm like slave black or something. I didn't know about like the other like types of shit that I was at the time. And there was a person there who's French Canadian, like had to be like from Quebec or Montreal or some shit, right? Maybe Montreal isn't French Canadian. Anyways, though, she said to me like, "Oh, so you're American then? So you're not French Canadian?" I was like, "Well, my family is from French Canada." And she's like, "Yeah, but no, like, you're American." I'm like, "So what should I say? Like, what could I say about the white side of me? Like, should I say French? Because that's not true. Montreal is in Quebec. All right, cool. I was just thinking, like, what am I getting it mixed up with? Oh, Vancouver, dude. That's it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, Skelly, because your accent is not Canadian to me. Like, unboxing, like, oh, I got a Pikachu. That would be hilarious if you had a Canadian accent. Oh, I would love that. I got Pikachu headphones. This will look so nice with my toque. Yeah, I was just so annoyed at this person because I was like, dude, what? Like, you kind of asked the question, and like, you're telling me that my answer isn't good enough for you. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm French Canadian, bitch. I had no idea how to answer the question on any other way, you know? All right, let's keep going here.
Jesse, Dog with the Blog, Good Luck Charlie, SpongeBob. Like, this is pretty basic.
Okay, that makes sense because you're
Dog
a
with the
freshman,
Blog
so it
and
would
the
be
Jesse, those are kind of new. When Emmett said that he watches like Jesse or like those type of new shows, I was like, those are kind of like shows that my younger sister.
New shows? Like what? Within 1 year? We're talking like 1 year. Like, what are the dude like? That is so funny to me. That would be like the equivalent of like growing up with like Barney, and then like somebody says they watched Blue's Clues, and you're like, oh shit, dude, like you must be really young. It's like you're 6 and I'm fucking 5, dude.
Sister watch who's in middle school, so I was kind of suspicious of him.
Middle schoolers are just a couple years younger than us. Like, what shows we watched as like when we were kids, that's not gonna really differentiate any
Exactly.
of us.
Or you have siblings and shit. Like,
You guys think middle school is different from high school?
Is that even a question?
Like, I got in trouble a lot in middle school.
London is so dude. I wish I could show you guys this right now. One of my cats is so stubborn for pets that like I'm trying to push him away, but he like refuses, just like absolutely refuses. It's their food time. After this video, I'm probably gonna have to go so I can feed them and unwind and shit. But I wish you guys could have saw that.
School, like I'm not fully developed as a high schooler, but in middle school you're still like even less developed. So like, it's like you just make dumb mistakes and
It's
like.
really childish,
Yeah.
and like middle school for me was horrible.
This dude Yusuf, like, here's the thing with dudes like Yusuf is like it can go either way. I knew some people who like hit puberty so late, dude. Like people who hit puberty like legit when they went to college. You know what I mean? Like he kind of gives me that vibe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sarah. Like, especially, yeah, when we, like, cable TV was a thing and shit, and we would, like, watch TV Land and stuff. Yeah, like, there's no, I would watch, like, on my day off, if I was, you know what was funny? Okay, so I'm, like, 8 years old, right? I'm, like, 8 years old, second grade. And, like, if I'm homesick, or if I had a doctor's appointment and I wasn't going back to school, I would watch Nick Jr., and I would think of it as a guilty pleasure. I was like, I'm watching Blue's Clues and Matilda right now, and I feel like this is too, like, I'm not acting my age. Like, that's like, it's so funny, dude. I'm fucking 8 years old. Like, Blue's Clues is right for you. Like, sure, you might be a little old, but it makes sense that a fucking 8-year-old would still enjoy Blue's Clues like they would have a couple years ago, you know? I remember watching it, like, because my brother, who's, like, 11 years older than me, would sometimes be home. And I would, like, want to hide it from him so he wouldn't make fun of an 8-year-old watching Blue's Clues.
I had to deal with a lot of fake friends and bullying in middle school. So high school is just like a complete different environment for me. People talk about how, like, oh my God, high school's hell and stuff. I was like, no, my middle school was hell. That was horrible.
Do you have any extracurriculars? Like,
Yeah, I like help. I said.
Oh, London's turning the suspicions on somebody before the round ends.
Like I help my cousins with like this apparel brand that she's doing, and like
Oh, that's
I do a
cool.
website for that, and then
I really.
Yeah, that sounds like something a high schooler would do. The funny thing is, if that doesn't sound like something a high schooler would do, does that sound like something a middle schooler would do? Like,
I think that Emmett was the mole, only because he had like a really, really baby face.
He
So
does.
I just instantly thought of him.
Sorry.
you felt bad when you were 11 because I still like shows on. Yeah, exactly. You know, like we have this like built-in like check on ourselves, like don't be too much of a kid. Yeah, exactly. Like you're 11, like enjoy that shit while it still works for you. Like looking back, I get that now, you know. Back then, I was just like, what's wrong with me? Why do I enjoy Blue's Clues and not Friends?
No, you're good. Bye, guys. Good luck.
Oh, he was nice.
Okay.
If you want to continue playing the game, please.
No,
raise
they're
your
not gonna
hand in
continue.
3, 2.
Yeah, there's not even enough time. Oh, there is a round 4.
Great.
If you want to continue playing the game, please raise your hand in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, fine. I don't think we're gonna budge.
Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm suspicious of you just now when raising your hand. I feel like once I did it, you're like, oh wait, I don't want to look like the mole. So I was like, oh, let me.
Oh, Yusuf is cracking her character. Did you see that?
Ian, I'm sorry, but
No, 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 I didn't do that.
he's like, I have my club about drama.
Quickly, answer this question quickly. What class are you?
2022.
Okay, and you're a
Junior.
I thought you were a freshman.
No.
Freshman.
Oh, okay.
I'm so glad I'm not a freshman.
Okay,
Trust me.
okay, sorry.
When did you start like high school? Like, did you have like a full year of normalcy?
I only had one semester
London is 28 and in middle school.
of normal year.
So did you get like any school dances or anything like that?
We did. I got to go to formal and Sadie's.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you do Sadie's. We used to.
Did
do
you
Sadie's
ask anyone to say these?
Formal, bro. I forgot that was the name of a dance. Just calling something formal. Where are you going? Formal. That was a thing. Yo, I forgot all about that, dude.
Yeah.
I know. I want to feel that way. That's how I felt about her at first. But it says specifically one secret middle schooler. So, like, I'm willing to say, hey, maybe she's 28 and in middle school. But no matter what, the mole has to be in middle school.
I'd rather not talk about
Okay.
that.
We'll leave it.
Like with all of us, you're the only one like really like dressed up like in heels and stuff. It could be like a way to hide that she's.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I'm not.
maybe. The heel-
My name is London Coco. I am like a being in and of itself.
I hate her so much. I hope she's growing. I hope this is a learning period. I truly do hope she's the the middle schooler. She's like the product of like a helicopter parent. Like, no way. That doesn't have this. You don't look like a fucking 40-year-old in your portrait when you're 15 to 16. Like, unless you had a parent who did some like real conditioning to you. Peace.
Y'all are gonna regret it.
No, you're the only one who's gonna regret
I've
it.
stated my case so many times. Like, I am such a high schooler.
If you want to continue,
She's just falling apart. There's a couple times where she falls apart.
please raise your hand in 3, 2, 1. So if the light turns green, that means you have voted out the mole and you win. If the
Dude,
light
I still am fucking suspicious of Yusuf, dude. I don't know about you guys. I'm still super suspicious of Yusuf.
turns red, the mole
But I'm locked in. I've locked in at Coco. I will take the L if it's not Coco. London
still in the
Coco.
box and you lose.
Oh my god. I swear, if one of you guys was
Come on.
I was like, I can't believe it.
Come on.
Will the mole please step?
Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at her face. She's the only person looking at the fucking cameras or the producer. Besides Yusuf, which, I mean, he's in the clear. I guess this person's looking too. It's the only person, though.
Forward and reveal yourself in 3, 2, 1.
All right, well played. Fuck, dude. Well fucking played, dude. Well fucking played.
Yeah, I'm in 8th grade. I'm in 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't suspecting that like somebody younger.
Who is 6 months younger than the youngest person here? Like, that's literally the question of this challenge, dude. 6 people versus 1 person who's 6 months younger than the youngest one in the group.
Would be the mole. I thought they would try to throw us off.
I saw Olivia was the mole from day one. I was happy to see that my instincts were correct.
Did she? From day one? Did she? From round 1? Did she vote her off? I feel like I want to check her on that, but I'll give her the ego boost on this one. I'm going to check you the next time, London Coco.
I genuinely thought
She's got like a villain's name, dude.
I was gonna be out first because when I arrived, everyone looked older than
Yeah,
me.
no, Skelly, like, she's the product of a helicopter parent, of course. Yeah, Sarah, I was thinking the same thing.
So the fact that I won, I was just like, ah.
Oh my god. This is like the only one we haven't watched. I kind of want to look at this playlist because I feel like we've seen literally everything. If I click on this, though, we've then seen it, which sucks. We've watched so much Odd Man Out. Let's go to that playlist really quick. I just want to look. This is like a moment of pride for me, you know? Season 3. We didn't do this. No, we did do this one. What's going on? My cats are being weird. I should feed them. All right, I gotta feed my cats. Fuck it. Damn it. All right, you know what? We'll do Proving Demons tomorrow. So, for those who weren't here at the beginning, I had us choose between Jubilee and Proving Demons. And Proving Demons is a channel that we came across or that we found indirectly when we were watching some ghost hunting shit. It's one of the people who was on the ghost hunting journey that we were critiquing. So tomorrow we'll watch Proving Demons and laugh at that. Seems like a lot of stuff about this app called Randonautica, so I'll figure out a way to sum up what that is too, because I need to learn what Randonautica is. But for now, we've got some really loud music. I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Let me just move this. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. All right, everybody. So, yes, we're done for today. I gotta feed my cats. They're being way too annoying. But I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do some Proving Demons. If you guys ever come across a channel that you think would be good too, let me know. If you don't want to like send it in the Discord, just DM me. I don't leave my DMs in Twitch open though, so reach out to me in Discord. Because I know that you guys might have some like Chud adjacent channels, and you know that I wanna find the good stuff when it comes to that shit. So tomorrow we'll do some Chud centric stuff. We'll look at some idiots who think that they can find demons in real life and try to prove to kids that creepypasta monsters exist and are real. That'll be the plan. But until then, I hope you guys have a good night. I hope it was fun hanging out. It's been nice to be back streaming. It's a good way to just get a break from the normal shit that I'm doing, for sure. I remember that's why I liked this in the first place. When COVID started, it was like I needed a break in my routine. So anyways, I'll see you guys soon. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a good night. Bye, everybody.